allow the children. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. She off your mind. Like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. My egun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀.
Hello there.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun diary politico.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. And I miss you too. Okay, so good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are joining from. It is Mayegun Live, remember? Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today. Right.
Mayegun today. Mayegun today. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun today. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun today. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun today. Lórí YouTube.
You know, when I take a break like that, I always come back refreshed. So tonight is going to be an interesting night. most especially the lamentations, the agony, the tears, the apologies of the Agbadorians. They've not let me enjoy that my rest. And tonight, I have brought some to you. Things are really, really tough for people. Let's be honest. Things are really, really, really tough in Nigeria now for everybody. But when you listen to the voice and the pains inside the voice of the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the agbadomites, the Agbadorians, the Ponus, the Lagos Sabobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, Omana brother, bat idiots. You could sense the pain. Oh, what painful. And we share your pains. Motide Igwe.
Lukman Efoloyede, Olaya Igwe, Mowa Sadie, I can read your kun, I can read your son, I can read your money Gelegele, Olorun Oba o, Tori Bola Ahmed Tinubu mo se wa pe e. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, e ko jawe olubori Ọlọ́run, bá wa gbe depo, mo didi wá sí òkun láti wá bẹ̀bẹ̀ fún ìwọ Ọlọ́run Ọba aláàánú jùlọ, bí omi òkun iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìwọ Bola Ahmed ṣe pọ̀, bí omi òkun iṣẹ́ pọ̀ tó. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ìbò Bola Ahmed ṣe pọ̀, má jẹ́ kójú tì wá, má jẹ́ kójú ti àkànbí ọmọ olódò jẹ. Bola Ahmed Jagaban, òun ni kò jẹ́ ó jáwé olúborí, kó di president orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Ìyà tó ń jẹ wá, ìwọ Ọlọ́run wá ká gbogbo ìyà yìí kúrò. Mo dìídì wá, mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú, mi ò lè sùn mọ́jú, mi ò lè sùn, mi ò lè wó.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
What
shall I say? Thank you,
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. I come with a bag load of goodies tonight, but do not get too entertained that you will miss the message in all I have to share with you tonight. Things are going tough and tougher and harder and harder. And as it is right now in Nigeria, it seems a lot of people are not going to be holding on for too long anymore. But how long they can still, or how soon, we don't know. But one thing I have noticed is that the people that told you, especially those of you who participated in their charade, those who told you that you will cry for 8 years for daring to run against their Jagabanditi. Now, Jagabandit has left them in Nigeria, abandoned you, obviously. And he is in France. Cardi B, which is the Cardoso, that one is playing different chess, including media trial with your economy, But no worries. There are some people who have come out clean. There is this guy who, indeed, the way he succinctly put it, I think I will share that with you tonight. Whatever you are going through in Nigeria right now, ladies and gentlemen, the best advice you can get from anybody is that continue going. If you make it to the end, maybe from this experience, a lot of people will understand what it truly means to say there are consequences for actions, including elections. When I saw how this guy was like, screaming, I know it's not just him. A lot of people are screaming like him. Let's go and see some Lamentations. Some of them are in Yoruba, so you may not be able to understand them. So I will interpret some of them for us tonight. Okay? So remember, share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. And in fact, if you have any abobaku that also feels like this, oh strange, but there's something.
Báwo ló ṣe máa jẹ́ kí wọ́n lọ gé ẹja fún ẹni ńláńláńlá ṣé ọmọ iye tí Titus kan sọ ń sìn yìí wá lọ gé ẹja ńláńlá ní láyé Tinubu òjò bá ṣe ṣeré á ṣe ṣẹja wa lélẹ̀ ṣé lè ṣe pín báyìí wọ̀ náà ó yẹ kó ṣe pín ó máa pín ẹ̀fáyàbà ìfọ̀sọ tí ẹ máa pín á fọwọ́ là méjì ni. ó yẹ kí gbogbo ẹja yẹn wọ bí i 25. Ó ń tẹja Titus kékeré 15. 5 mélòó lè jà téèyàn máa gègé wèrè á máa ní ìjìyàn èèyàn méjì ló máa pínlẹ̀. ẹ̀dẹ́ kólé tó 3 days kọ́tọ́ tán. ọjọ́ mẹ́ta la máa fi jẹ́. èèyàn kò gbúdọ̀ mẹ́ja méjì ẹyẹ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní kẹ́yà máa mú o ẹyọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹja ní kẹ́ máa mú o. wọ́n ṣe gbogbo èèyàn náà ló ń jẹ Titus mọ̀ téèyàn ti wá rówó ra Titus kan wọ́n wá ń gé nígè wèrè fún yàn. ǹjẹ́ ká fìrù ilé ẹ̀rù ẹgẹ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. no ó ti tó yá fílẹ̀ ó ti dà orí ń sìn yìí ọ̀nà yẹn ká ọmọ tó bá wá síbi pọ́ọ̀tù tó bá mú ẹjọ́ orí burúkú nínú pọ́ọ̀tù yẹ pé ló máa gbà nígbà pé lè tóbi dáàdì yín ni ó jèlé dáàdì yín ni kẹfẹ́ ń lé tóbi yẹn ká 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 wàtàbúrò ẹ̀ ní kẹjọ pélé 14 15 16 ṣó pé báyìí. ó dà pé 18 ni ó àkọ́wọ́ 25. ó ṣe máa tọ́jú. ẹ ṣáájà máa ní jẹ ọjọ́ mẹ́ta jẹ ní ká fi jẹ ọmọ kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹja kan yìí èèyàn méjì ní kò pẹ́ kò ju yẹn lọ.
Glorify your name to the core, owner of the day, owner of the beginning and the head. I glorify your name, the God, Father of the glory. There is nobody that share the glory with you. You are beginning of the glory, you are everlasting glory. You are glorify your name to the God.
Amen. How many of you remember this? Just flashback, and listen to me. If you don't want to buruku to affect you, listen to me. Don't turn around and begin to look for my PTO. Don't try to gaslight me. If you are one of this, I understand that it is not everybody that is. It is not everyone that is facing the hardship in Nigeria today. Voted for Tinubu. I understand that. However, you see this piece that I'm giving. Don't turn around and start gaslighting. Even though I know say we know even they work. Cause it's not to they work. To say cause is they work, I guess some make me jebu we be say now correct. They we be say when you remember how they swear am for you. The imagination alone, could they make the cost can they be like effective on you? So Mark, don't gaslight me. Come do you understand me very clearly now? However, how many of you remember this? It's also in Yoruba. I'm coming back to that fish woman.
And that's what God is telling our Father in the Lord.
Remember, he is a businessman. It is the message. God did not tell him anything. Okay? He's a smart man. Just like many of you. Okay? then a very smart man who could put 1 and 2 together and tell you point blank, you don't need to close your eyes to see that. You don't need to talk to God to know that. A lot of you will see the red flag, but you will be thinking, maybe God will now change them. Maybe you are seeing criminals, you are giving them power, then you are expecting them to turn around. One of the foolish decisions that a lot of you are so convenient making and giving excuses for making them. You see, this man, no be God tell him anything. I can tell you that 100,000,000%. But let's believe sin that God tell him, okay? But do you remember this clearly?
And that's what God is telling our Father in the Lord. If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going to join. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live has spoken. Just we have said it. Let me say in English so that the world understands. Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC, Nigeria will sink. In poverty, and the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote, and I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen hardship before. Then this is when we now experience more hardship. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody should like it.
Got to my last year, the man saw the failure, like a lot of you pretenders, bigots, tribal bigots, ethnic bigots. You saw what APC, Bokwari did to Nigeria. You were in hell, Baba. You can't go, you decided that you are going to dig further so that you can eat crude oil. Now, in hellfire now, they don't eat crude oil for hellfire. Tifnumbu. If you don't understand that Yoruba very well, at least you remember this guy man too. Ibi Yemi Abi, what is his name? The man that said you should give him your January salary. It's meant for your pastor. Again, no kuna leave the man out of it. God didn't tell him. He's also a smart man. He's a pastor. He reads the news. He reads the different stocks all over the place. He's a very, very well-informed person. And once in a while, when they manage to say this to you, you didn't say you did wise.
You are saying that this person cannot perform. Yet you are saying he in our party nonsense. I've told, if you vote party, the way you will suffer, me, I'll be here, I will tell you, I will suffer with you. Nothing will make me suffer with you. I know too much that I can't suffer. But I can tell you, look, you know I'm a man of God. Try to make mistake. Neither will tumble to 5,000. If you don't want to tumble to 5,000, better tell yourself what to do. It's a word to you when you vote people who have nothing in their head. If you vote party this time, Nigerians, we go fall our hand and watch on. All the things they are suffering, am I suffering with you? I'm too connected by covenant to suffer what people are suffering. But if you vote, it's a word to you when your leader is like a child. That means any leader who will be using dampers is dangerous. It's a word to the whole life. When thy king is what? Child. It's the Bible, I'm not the one who said it. It's a word to the whole land. When thy king is a child. They use dampers for children. So if you have a leader who they use dampers, woe to you. And the priest is eating the... It's the Bible, am I the one that said it?
I just thought I should take us a little bit. It's not that long ago. It's just last year. And a lot of you were so determined. You know what breaks my heart today? Is the fact that I knew this was going to happen. A lot of you knew what was going to happen. But somehow, there was something telling you that, well, people should move on. At least, these people are not different from one another. So let's just pray for them. You went back to your factory settings, your factory conditioning, the one they have conditioned your brain and mind. Go and pray for them. You know they will rig, Gabi. Now they have rigged. The criminals are back in charge. Well, you know, that's what they do all the time. We should just pray for them. Some idiot will be like, let us work together. Let us cooperate with the government. Let us support the government. When you ask the way, how do you support the government like these criminals? Give us 2 examples of how. Now argument go turn to. They go begin to fight you. And that is why they said that brain is a very powerful tool, right? I mean, a very powerful organ of our body. You know, our bodies is full of different organs, parts. But you see this brain, they say the brain, they work 24 hours a day. That is, the brain is working 60 seconds a minute, 24, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days a year. Until you join APC, you no go need your brain anymore. All you will need is just your mouth, your tongue, and completely thoughtless, brainless. And afterward, they will come to, why are you doing this to us now? We brought you there. Baba, you didn't. You be mumu. You call other people mumu. So ignoring all those warnings, thinking say you dey smart. Now, they say pure water don't turn to 2 bag for how much?
Èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí sìn. Àtúrọ̀ mọ́ pure water báyìí pé kó lọ ra pure water wa. Pure water ń sìn ó ti di méjì, báàgì méjì, 500. Kí ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀? Èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí? Kí ló tún kọ pure water omi tá fi ń dáná? Omi tá fi ń dáná. Kí ló jẹ́ pé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù. Ìnira pọ̀ jù Lagos State yìí. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Nígbà tẹ́ ń ta pure water láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 méjì báàgì méjì 500 láti inú mọ́tò àwọn tó máa tún ta kọ́lé ló máa tà. Kí ló pé ìnira á pọ̀ jù ní Nàìjíríà ìnira ti pọ̀ jù. Àtìgbà tí Buhari ti bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni Buhari ti gbé lọ́fù ló ti gbé ìfẹ́ lọ. Kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́ ìnira ayé ti pọ̀ jù epo wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gàrí wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan wọn àsọ̀rọ̀ ṣé pure water omi tá a mu lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n omi jọ́sọ̀ omi tọ́lọ́run dà tó ń ṣe pé bóyá pé kínní òun lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n. Níbo la ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà? Níbo la ń lọ báyìí? Níbo la ń lọ? Tó bá yẹ pé ogun la máa jà tí gbogbo wèrè yìí máa fi solve, tó bá yẹ pé ogun la máa jà tí gbogbo ìyà tí àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù ń jẹ yìí táàfin ní jẹ mọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká kúkú jagun, ẹ tó bá máa kú kó kú, ẹ tó bá máa yè kó yè. Ìnira àtẹ́ni wọ́n lára yóò ti pọ̀ jù, ẹ̀yin nìkan lè gbádùn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? Ṣé ilé gbé wáyé wọlé síbẹ̀ ni? Why we stop to be like this? Nàìjà tí màá dùn únjẹ Nàìjà ìgò sweet ìjọ ló máa tó dùn.
My brother, Akole dun, not disturb ara. Because Kolu once said, in case if you have forgotten, he said,
the cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
Chai!
There is no other way. Okay? Then you see that woman cutting fish. Fish is very expensive now. Okay? That's why they are like, you don't even need to eat fish. You remember, instead of eating fish and buying small fish, that small tiny Titus fish, right? They said it's 1,500 naira. And they had to slice it and, you know, like that. And that is, forget the fact that the person who was making that video made it to kind of raise awareness, okay? It is the reality. Now, the rich people, they chop fish now. Yes, it's very bad. You see, the people who are even like traders, the problem is not even just about that people cannot afford to feed. Traders, people who were trading like, you know, market women, they themselves, they are falling into the poverty too. Their businesses are folding up. You know, things are happening in a way that one woman said, if he see Tinubu, he go beat him. I'm serious. He go beat him. That's what she said, even though, you know, like, she probably will never be able to. And there's something I need to tell you before I get deeper. You see all these videos you are listening to, especially in Yoruba. Of course, I know, I said it earlier. I understand the fact that it is not everyone that, in fact, Tinubu, if they put together whatever they said original vote for Tinubu in that corrupt charade, I don't think Tinubu will see up to 2 million votes. We all saw how it happened. I understand. But you know what I don't kind of fancy is the fact that it is convenient to say, but you know that they cheated us now. That's why now. That is why we are now suffering now. You knew what will happen, Abi. But a lot of you then, I remember, many were saying, we shouldn't let them announce this result. We must all go out there and do blah, 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 blah. They said, no, wait, they are going to go to court. I told you, that's how they will trick you. Abi? Then, you know, in Nigeria, where all of you were giving conditions on how to fight for your lives, fight for your survivor under these criminals, okay? As you couldn't do it, a lot of you started gaslighting others. Why don't you come back and do it? Why don't you blah, blah, blah? Some of you are even getting ready to go and get your PVC for 2027. Here you get. You were rigged out. You were cheated. Every one of you who saw it, you were not compelled to push that number. 6 million people. Like in calculation, they said over 10 million people actually in that rigged election actually voted for Obi. Not even half of that could come out yesterday or 2 days ago. The president of Senegal, who wanted to rig somebody in to replace him, he is not contesting. Now he has anointed somebody to succeed him. Now he sees that that person is going to lose the election. Now he has postponed the election that should happen on the 25th of February. Single-handedly. See Senegal. Yesterday, today, all over Senegal right now. Because president just changed the date of election. Nobody said they don't do election, rigamo. Here you get. Just postpone last song with Senegal.
Woo! Crazy!
Everywhere in Senegal right now, the government of Senegal, they have shut down internet because people have hit the street. Are you mad? Postpone election. Who you be? Because you be president? Because you are the one you are the ruling government? Are you mad? You know, when they ask them, why are they doing that? They say they are fighting for their democracy. They are fighting for their future. Once that power is taken away from them, it is gone and gone forever. Today, now court, they determine who win election in Nigeria. And everybody will just be, they have written the results. Senegalese were not on social media, asking all the other Senegalese abroad to come back home, to come and lead them and protest. But the giant of Africa, this is for you, a lot of you who are participating in their charade. Captured, defeated people. So if you come to me and say, hey, but Mayegun, not everybody voted for him, I agree. But I am now addressing those who confidently, publicly said, yes, nah. But, you know, as they say, now that everything done the dabaru and scatter, now you will realize that the number of people that publicly said they supported Tinubu will begin to reduce. Me, I no could vote for him. Me, I no could support him. Me, I no could because tan chef one. So if you come to me and begin to remind me, it's not everybody that I show you we're any. Or you supported him and now it's convenient for you to come out and say you didn't. If not, keep quiet. I'm talking to those of you who did publicly and secretly. Now you now one can use the seats to control the narrative. Some of you are not paying attention. No? You see all these videos you are seeing everywhere. It doesn't mean that those weirdos will not do it again. No? They will do it again. They will do Igbo Yoruba, Igbo versus Yoruba, Yoruba versus this and that, Christian versus Muslim again. For Kolu, go and write it down. What they are trying to do now is to make it look like, Shebi, we supported him. Now we are also criticizing him, but we also feel like we should give him time. Do not fall for it. Oh. There will be many, many, many more that are going to say, man, I regret supporting this. I regret this or that. Don't fall for it too. When you go there, don't say, well, thank God that you are now come back. You've come back to your senses. Don't ever try that. Remember that. If anybody come out and say, man, I regret this, obedient, welcome me. Revolution now, please come and welcome me. I am no longer this. Don't try it too. What they are doing is to make all of you feel like they are feeling like you exactly as you are feeling. Angry, genuinely angry. Sure you get? They want to make it look like they are feeling like you too. Then it will not make it look like but Shebi, we supported him. Now we are the one criticizing him. If to say we are not this blah 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 nonsense, right? Are we going to be criticizing him? Are we not the one that also Then the next thing they will tell you, are we not the one that we should say we should give him time? For now, majority of them are blaming the 48 thieves and over 1,600 political appointees that Tinubu has made in the last 8 months. But they don't want to blame him. Baba, please wake up. Hey, Baba, everybody, talk to people around you. I won't worry. So don't ever fall for it. They didn't regret anything. No. Olaya Igwe even said he didn't regret it because he believes that the Tinubu they knew then, except for this mama. Tinubu. Tani egele ma noni.
Kò dẹ̀ sí ìkọ̀kọ̀ bí pa wá. Ọlọ́run ti pọ̀ jù. Tẹ́bà lè ràn wá lọ́wọ́ kó kúkú má dà kú ṣòro wa kó fún wa lọ́wọ́ wa. Ṣùgbọ́n lọ́dún yìí báwo ni nǹkan ṣe rí ìyẹn ẹlẹ́ja. Àṣìṣe ibi tó dé yìí ó ti sú wa. Torí gbà tí ìyá tèmi mú mi lọ ilé ẹja, sílẹ̀ kan àbọ̀nà ọ̀ràn Sọ́bọ̀ndé. Ngbà ya máa dá mi lóko wa kọ̀ọ̀kan ló mú lé mi lọ́wọ́. Ní ìsìn Sọ́bọ̀ndé ti di 20,000. Ó ti wọ́n jù. Sandini 100,000 ní pálí Sandini. Ẹyọ kan àpò méje àbọ̀ ìyẹn ti lé jù.
Nàìjíríà sú wa o, ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà everything ti wọ́n kọ́ àwọn ti lójoojúmọ́ ni kọ́jọ kọ́ ṣàánú ayé wa o.
Àìmọye àwọn tó ti pa torí oúnjẹ. Àrò oúnjẹ jẹ arúgbó tó kú ti pọ̀ jù.
Price of father now is 4,000 naira per ike. Everybody is receiving it with a tremendous salary. What is happening? I must express my feeling. Everything is so costly to the extent that we cannot even prevent to buy even 1 ike of garri. Formerly, I used to buy 1 ike of garri 300, 250. Even if I do a lot of I will buy 200 naira 150. But now it's 800 naira my price. What is happening?
Kálẹ̀ ẹni pé ẹni orí ọ̀fẹ́ láti rí ẹni tó jẹ́ ààrẹ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà báyìí kí ni ẹ̀yin lè sọ fún wọn?
A máa nà ọ́ ní.
Kálẹ̀ fẹ́ náà.
President wa tó sọ fún akọ́ ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí. Eléyìí pọ̀ jù. Kókó wa máa kọ Yorùbá rárá. Ó dójú tì wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Ó dójú tì wá gan.
Ó lágbára o. Ó kọjá bẹ́ẹ̀ epo 180 naira.
ó di 650 owó pàtì wọ́n táyà 50,000 30,000. 770 ni machine.
ṣé mọ́tò.
machine boxer tvs 780. ẹni bá fẹ́ gbà ní sọlúmẹ́sì ní sí 1.2 ni.
ìjọ tí ṣòṣèlú kò bá wọn ṣe rí yàrá mi ni mo ṣe ń kó ṣòṣèlú ọ̀dàlùrú ni wọ́n ń bàlùjẹ́ ní ọ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní jáde àfikún bọ́lá kó àtìrandíran wọn tọ́jọ́ ń gbádùn wọ́n kó wọn ládìbò bẹ́ẹ̀ni kan bá dìde lórílẹ̀‐èdè iná ara ọrùn rẹ̀ máa sọ pàtó. 100 per litre ló ń tẹ̀ pọ́ sọ orí gbogbo ẹlẹ́ṣẹ́ orí ọjà ìlú rẹ̀ máa ṣẹ́wọ̀n gbọ́ èrè kẹ́tọ́ tajà lójú la tó máa yáwó lọ sọ́jà gbọ́múlé káńtà la fi ń ṣiṣẹ́ o kíjọba bá wá solution ṣe ṣe ìjọ nítorí Ọlọ́run. èmi gangan ẹja mò ń tà mí tó jẹja mi kì í mẹ́ja sè mi kì í mú ẹja sè bó ṣe wà yìí. ibù nǹkan tí mẹ́sẹ̀ ráìsì kankan tí ń bá gbọ́ ẹ̀ka àrò ẹ̀ka àsán máa ń dọ̀jì ẹ̀ ni mo máa ń gbé pamọ́ ni. ṣẹ́ẹ̀rì nǹkan tí wọ́n ju ìlú yìí ó sì wá o. pálí Titus yẹn 100,000 ní báyìí tó jẹ́ Titus white. èlò náà rà tẹ́lẹ̀ 17,000 lára pálí tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kóté tí ń lọ 60,000. tẹ́lẹ̀ máa ra kóté ẹyọ kan 25 2,000 ṣáwá táǹtà ní 70 naira tẹ́lẹ̀ ṣáwá ti di 700. ẹ wo gàrí ló wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wa 700 ẹ wo kẹtọ́ ń tà ní 700 ní kẹtọ́ ń rà 50 naira tẹ́lẹ̀.
iná nẹ́pà nǹkan ṣe bí iná ń tàn.
ẹ̀kọ́ ní láàrin oṣù. ẹ jọ̀wọ́ gbogbo ìnira pọ̀ kò sóúnjẹ àtijẹ àtimu rẹ́ẹ̀sì òṣèkà ẹ̀wà òṣèkà ẹja òṣèrà gbogbo òṣèrà kó jọ̀wọ́ kó torí Ọlọ́run kó bá a sọ ebi ń pa wá.
All I can say about the present day is people are being forced to the war. tábà léwúrẹ́ tó bá kọ̀ ògiri á yíjú padà sí wa. àwọn Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ń fẹ́ yíjú padà báyìí ìlú ò pararọ rárá. Government should do something before it is too late. We are urging the government to please help the masses. They are there for the help of the masses.
àgbàdo wọn.
èmi lọ́kàn yìí ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ìjọba èmi lọ́kàn yìí ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run ebi ń pa wá ìyà ń jẹ wá kò sí fọkànbalẹ̀ ìjọba èmi lọ́kàn yìí ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run.
You see those women, they were traders. Some were like just buyers. As for traders, one of them was talking about how fish is so expensive now that she, as a fish seller, they no born and where make she shop fish. Play out this clip. Afami.
In the time of poverty like this, the economic principle of Yusuf is what everybody should apply in his own lives. Eat little, save more. You don't know what is happening. Kese la nri lọ́wọ́, ma kàsàkàsà tí ń bọ̀ o.
Kàsà tó ń bọ̀ dẹ̀ deeper ju kese lọ. I have told you this. Whatever you are going through right now, I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It is still like, okay, you know something? Somebody said, anybody who loves you now, even if you have money now, with the level at which the devaluation is going, do you know the best advice now? It's not to keep money or save your money. No. Go and take out that money. Go and buy stock food. Food that can be easily preserved for a longer time. You are going to buy a bag of rice for 150,000 naira soon. Oh. It's not because I want it for you. It is what they are doing. Oh. Things are going to get there. They said Tinubu's policies It go take 2 years in a short time before the thing go begin to, to come together. That bag of rice, they are selling for 64,000 naira now. If you get money, go buy like 3-4 bags, put them for house, save them. If you get dog, feed the dog so that the dog will guide them. I mean, that one go even finish the rice. Don't go and buy dog. Person where they feed, no, they feed dog. Sure you get. The idea of saving money is no longer valid. The idea of converting your naira to dollar, saving it, kadoso mbo from very soon. No, they're going to change all your dollars to naira. I'm telling you this, and I told you the last time. Who would you believe? Kadoso or mayegun with your money? It's up to you. However, those who are already affected, they believe that Tinubu has brought shame to Yoruba. No. Tinubu didn't bring any shame to Yoruba. He brought shame to himself and the low lives, opportunists, scavengers that believes in him. Majority of those that believe in Tinubu believes that they were going to be handing them money. I swear there were those who believed that Tinubu was just going to be handing them money. He was going to be handing them food in a large scale using Nigeria money. Now they are disappointed. They can't even see him. So like I said, do not remind me that not everybody supports Tinubu. I know that. I am addressing those because you know something. Those who supported and did everything to convince people to believe in this charade, and at the same time, to watch the legitimization of illegitimacy that is burning everybody today. Abako see the solution, no, I'm not kidding, no, I'm not joking. Jack Pafura got him out close finally very soon. Because you go need wheelbarrow to move your money to go and do any exchange rate to see money to Jack to anywhere now. I mean, things are really going to get really squeezy. And it's not because I want it for you. It is because that is the result of what they are doing. And it's going to happen. Going back to the Awonlokon, some of them are beginning to say, well, Baba, ìpè ló ń ṣe fún wa o, ìpè dẹ̀ lọ̀rọ̀ yín gbà tó ṣàmì ìgbà tó ṣépè fún yín.
Dáwà, àdéhùn tàjọ ṣe òun kọ́ ló ń ṣe. Ta lẹ ń sọ? Ta ni mò ń sọ kẹ̀? Pẹ́sidẹ́ǹtì kọ́lá ti ń wọ̀ yìí. Nǹkan tájọ sọ, nǹkan tá lérò, òun kọ́ ló ń ṣe. Àti lérò pé ìyà ń jẹ gbogbo wa pátápátá. Ọlọ́run, a ti sọ fún wọn pé gbogbo ọmọ Nàìjíríà pátápátá, ọmọ aláìní ni wọ́n. A ní ìkọ̀kọ̀. Àdéhùn tó lè ṣe fún wa ní pé táwọn bá ti débẹ̀, táwọn bá ti bọ́ bẹ̀, àwọn máa ṣe bí ìyá, àwọn máa ṣe bí bàbá fún wa. Wọ́n ní ká má wọ̀rí. Bọ̀ nísìn, àdúgbò sọ àná ní báwọn mi fojúmọ́ tó mọ́. Wọ́n tẹ̀ wá rántí pé àwọn sọ fún wọn pé àwọn máa ṣe bí ìyá, àwọn máa ṣe bí bàbá. Wọ́n máa ń fi àjẹ ogun wa bákan náà. Nǹkan náà ló jọ ń ṣe gbogbo wa. Àwọn máa ń kọ gbogbo òlù. Àwọn ń kọ gbogbo òlù. Tó bá yẹ lómi báyìí, kò sọ kékeré fún. Wà á gbé máa kọ́ra mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ máa ranjú mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Sọ́nà ìbùkún ni ẹ̀yìn. Ọ̀rọ̀ kékeré ọmọ sọ di wàhálà. Àwọn ń kọ everybody. Ìyà ń jẹ everybody. Ebi ń pa everybody. Ẹ lọ wà àwọn mọ́tò ńláńláńláńláńlá. Báwo ló ṣe pààkì ẹ̀ sínú ilé? Mọ́tò ń fọ́n ẹnu compound bí. Wọ́n lè gbé jáde mọ́. Kí ni? Ta ló máa gbé jáde? Ṣé ọmọ iye epo ni? Wo bàbá ẹ padà sí wàyí. Tẹ́ ń wù láti lẹ̀. Ìwọ níwà lè kú báyìí tẹ́ ń wù. Ìwà tẹ́ ń wù gangan. Tọ́kùn wọn fi balẹ̀. Ìgbé tẹ́ bá ti débẹ̀. Gbogbo nǹkan bá rọrùn. Ó bá ti dẹrùn. Àwọn aláwọ̀kọ̀ wo. Èpè ńláńlá. Àwọn èpè Shoprite. Àwọn èpè tó wà expensive. Òun ló ń ṣẹ́ báwa tá pariwo yín. Àwọn àtàṣẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ni o. Kẹjọ Yorùbá ni o. Èpè ńláńlá. Àwọn èpè Shoprite. Àwọn èpè tó wà expensive. Òun ló ń ṣẹ́ fún wa. A gbọ́dọ̀ dùn. Ibẹ̀ a máa ṣépè fún wa ní kẹta ni. Ẹ̀yin náà kọ̀ àjàlá tá a nà.
Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Disabled, like àti ṣètẹ́ àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́ àti ṣètẹ́ òtítọ́ òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́ àti ṣètẹ́ kágbọ́dé fáláre àti ṣètẹ́ kágbẹ̀bí fáláre àti ṣètẹ́ adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó àti ṣètẹ́ òṣèlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò àti ṣètẹ́ èdò gbówó mi ń tẹ́ àti ṣètẹ́ ìjà ń jà aráàlú àti ṣètẹ́.
That guy is trying to sort of tell Tinubu that's not what he promised them that they are seeing anymore. That those who have cars, they are not like that buoyant anymore to be driving cars everywhere just anyhow anymore. That people are hungry, people are hungry, people are starving, and people are dying. According to him, he said, now, because people are hungry, any small thing, they will turn it to fight. Any small thing. When you say something to them, they will quickly come to you and be like, are you mad? Are you, why are you? And you'll be like, come on now, relax. Everything is not fight. He said everyone is angry in Nigeria now. Like any small thing could lead to anything. Two passenger buses and the passengers inside two passenger buses going to Abuja around Kogi State, they have been kidnapped just moments ago. And we are talking about like maybe about 20, 30 or even 40 people, travelers going to Abuja. That is the situation of Nigerians now every day. And they just want people to get used to it by telling them Tinubu is working hard to keep them safe. I'm coming back to that. The man that went to the ocean, to Bar Beach, and said and told the spirit at the Bar Beach that Tinubu must be president. He actually was naked and he uploaded that. He too is talking about the level of curses that people have been sending his path. There are so much that, but at the same time, they do not believe that the empty-head, demented druggie, certificate forger, Tinubu, they still don't believe that he is already sort of, like off. That's why I said, do not buy any of their crocodile tears. I need somebody to help me do some subtitling in the comment section. Can you help me type in short, right? What, apologies of Olaiya while you are watching this video. Can you do that for me, please? Thank you. So yes, listen to Olaiya, one of them, the man that went naked, so that Nigerians could actually experience what they're experiencing. I said he did all of that because Tinubu's family helped him by paying for his medical treatment in America when he had a serious medical problems then, right? Health condition then, right? And because of that, that's why he did what he did. But unfortunately, things have been what it is. Don't go anywhere yet. We are still talking about the lamentation, the tears, the curses, the apologies, and all of that. In the diary today, our children will see these faces in years to come. And they will look at all of us and say, wow, so you were that aware. You were that aware, mommy. Daddy, so you are not like so, not saying you are ignorant. Oh, you were really aware of things going on in your 20s. And you didn't do anything until we came of age. Now we are facing the same problem. We'll go kill your daddy. Yes, if you don't want your children to actually say that to you, never pretend that you are never aware. Okay? Now, somebody should help me in the comment section. I will appreciate you. As always, right? Olaiya.
Mofi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ojú tó ń wò mí. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo wá sọ̀rọ̀ lórí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ni. Mo dẹ̀ wá tún sọ̀rọ̀ lórí Yínká TNT. Bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ dé ipò president títorí àwọn nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún mi lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀tì revelation wá bá mi wípé kí n lọ ṣe báyìí báyìí fún wọn ní beach mo lọ ṣe lẹ́yìn tí mo ṣe tán ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èébú èpè gbogbo ẹ̀ ni mo gbà ṣùgbọ́n mi ò fi taratara bínú àbí ṣe bákan sí mo ti mọ̀ pé irú ẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ wáyé torí ẹni tí wọ́n nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí ni mí láti ipasẹ̀ eré tí mò ń ṣe àwọn tó hàn dé expect irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó máa bá wọn lójú pé kí ló dé kí ló sún ọ láyà débi irú nǹkan báyìí irú nǹkan tó dẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn èpè àti eégún tó wá ó máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn parties tí wọn kì í ṣe party tí bàbá wa ti jáde wá ó dẹ̀ tún máa wá láti ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ní ìkùnsínú kan àbí méjì gbogbo yín pátá lè ráìtì o kò sẹ́ni tó jẹ̀bi mi kò sẹ́ni tó jẹ̀bi mi o gbogbo yín ráìtì tó bá jẹ́ pé ńgbà tí bàbá wa wọlé tán eku wa ń ké bí eku ẹyẹ ń ké bí ẹyẹ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bú mi pátá ẹ máa wà reduced ní nínú èébú mi ẹ tún máa nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi sí ṣùgbọ́n ńgbà tí expectation yín tí ẹ ò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ tún ń pè mí mo tún rí àláàtì káàtì ẹ̀gbàgbọ́ pé àláàtì méjì náà ni mò ń rí láti fi iṣẹ́ mi mọ̀ ọ́n láti owó láti ọ̀dọ̀ ọrú yín mo dẹ̀ rán láti èpè lóríṣiríṣi lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan ẹ ò jẹ̀bi o aráàlú ń sunkún aráàlú ń ké òun ló fa gbogbo eléyìí tí mo fi ń bí everybody àtàwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wà nílùú òyìnbó they are not happy with the situation with the present situation wọn á fẹ́ bá bàbá wa Tinubu sọ̀rọ̀ dádì èmi ò jẹ̀bi ipa tèmi kó nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ wọlé pírẹsidẹ́ǹtì o èmi ò bínú sí mi ò dẹ̀ rìgírẹ́tì ipa tí mo kó torí pé ẹ̀yin náà ti ṣe nǹkan fún mi ní nǹkan tó la ẹ̀yin lọ ṣùgbọ́n mo fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan fún yín ní àsìkò yìí inú aráàlú ò dùn wọ́n ń sunkún expectations wọn ò rí látọ̀dọ̀ yín èmi dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀ ń try gan ẹ̀ ń gbìyànjú gan ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀dìyẹ nìyí ẹ̀dìyẹ nìyí ìtumọ̀ tẹ́ fi jẹ́ ẹ̀dìyẹ ni pé ní ògùn yóò dádì ẹ̀dìyẹ ńláàgùn ìyẹ́ ara ẹ̀ ní ò jẹ́ ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ fà á tí àgùn tẹ́dìyẹ ńlá yẹn tí wọn ò fi rí níta gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àǹtí yín tí ẹjọ́ ń ṣiṣẹ́ wọn ò jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yín yọ ẹ̀yin lẹ́dẹ̀ fà á tí wọn ò fi jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yín yọ táwa oní tíátà bá fẹ́ ṣeré a máa ń ṣe nǹkan kan tó ń pè ní audition a máa kó síta a máa lọ sáwọn institutions tí wọ́n ṣe theatre art àbá máa lọ sọ́dún gbogbo a máa kéde síta wípé ẹni tó bá fẹ́ nífẹ̀ẹ́ kópa láti inú eré tá a fẹ́ ṣe kó máa bọ̀ ká ṣe audition fún ẹ̀yin fún ara yín mọ́ra yín nínú political circle tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mọ́ra yín ẹ̀ ò ní mú irú Wike kó lọ jí Àbújá mú tó dẹ̀ ń ṣe ribiribi bẹ́ẹ̀ fẹ́ kẹ́ tó rántí Sanusi Soludo ex Central Bank governor Sanusi Soludo.
nuisance leleyi nuisance leleyi.
Èrè alátẹnujẹ olófò Ọláìyá, I know you are going to see my video too. But unfortunately, you know why a lot of them don't respond to me? It's because my program is mostly, all the time is in English. And most of them just feel like, no, just avoiding. Just avoiding. So they don't really like to talk about me or reply or respond to whatever I say. But now that kind of alatenuje that Nigeria has turned Nigerian creative artists. Olaiya was like somebody maybe say when we were younger, these guys were in their 20s, so when they were doing wonders. They were so creative that they shot themselves to the national limelight. Nigeria never protected their heart. Nigeria never protected their craft. They became even like impoverished, useless, that they had to depend on the same criminal politicians that ruined the system that could have protected them enough from such a ridicule. There are many, they die like, they die wretched, most of them. You know what I mean? Like, I've told you this before now. A lot of you who are currently jumping about thinking, say you do okay. Because say you guess, all this hardship we are talking about. You're not really feeling hardship because at least your own head is above water. But what you don't know is that a lot of you are just one single sickness away from poverty. And everything you think you have, you are managing to do. You are using that to do the cover-up, to say, Nigeria is tough, but we are thanking God. Nigeria, one single sickness like that, you will be boom after 6 months. That's what ruined majority of all these artists. And it is Nigeria. Blame Nigeria. So they depend on the politicians. They depend on thugs, agberos, creative art, people who they create content. I mean, can you even believe that? So he was almost dead, or he's almost died, like Tinubu's wife now paid for his medical treatments abroad. So he went naked to have Tinubu. So that was him there saying, if everything was going on well, that a lot of you who abused him then, that you probably won't be abusing him now if things are going on well. But he believes that things are not going on well because Tinubu is a chicken. And as a chicken, I don't even know the nonsense he meant by that anyway. So what he was trying to say is that Tinubu should appoint his son, set up a monitoring committee, here you get, that will be going to every Tinubu's appointee, and they will be checking what they are doing, if they are following Tinubu's ideas and all that nonsense. Tinubu no get idea. How daft can you be to even think that Tinubu get any idea of anything development? Some of you are still telling yourselves that your poultries are dying. Many of them are going to die. My brother, go and read what the economic projection says. You will know that you are supposed to be worried. You are really, really supposed to be worried, though. But it's okay. You can just try and pretend that it's not that bad. Poultry, close down. You are watching me right now. You have poultry business, Abi. You will close it down soon. You know what I'm saying? There is no miracle coming. See, go and borrow money. Do you understand that now? If you have any business in Nigeria that is already losing, the ideal thing for you right now is to calculate your entire thing, minimize your losses, and pack up. Go and borrow money, and you will still lose that business. I am not wishing this on you. These are going to be the effect of all the moves of Tinubu. If you understand, this evening, you will take over the entire place in that country. But maybe you are Nigerians. Let's look for an excuse that why should we go outside now and start? Do you want them to kill us? Majority of you are going to die quietly. Ebi nira ikuironu, painful death of disappointment. I don't wish it on you. If I have any magic wand to say, yeah, abracadabra, the blue, the blah, blah, something like that, I would do it for free. If you know the danger that you have put all of us in, all of us, even if you are living abroad, you are not safe. Nobody is safe. Everybody go collect. But here is when I think, I should have let you see where he said, I am sorry, I apologize, Daddy Jimmy, and all of that. I'll try and bring that back. I was just pissed off about all he was saying, right? I want to show you the other parts, okay? Here.
National monitoring team. Kumama, tẹ́gbẹ́tẹ́ ní bá ti assign iṣẹ́ síta, tẹ́bá ti fi yàn sípò. Gbogbo sectors pátá ló yẹ pé máa monitor. Kì í ṣe pé kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ believe pé mo ti yan lágbájá. So àlà yẹn ti kúrò mbẹ́ ni ẹ̀kọ́ tí kúrò mbẹ́ sà. fún àpẹẹrẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ palliative ẹ̀yin náà rí ibi tẹ́ bára yín youth ló lè ṣe kẹ̀mí youth lọ́mọbìnrin tó kó yàrá ìyàwó yẹn jẹ ẹ̀dá sẹ́bíà fún wọ́n pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní gbogbo sectors kò sí nǹkan tó ní kí ẹni kéèyàn lọ ṣe títì tẹ́ bá kó yẹn fún wọn kàkà kan ṣe títì wọn máa pàṣẹ ẹni bọ̀tẹ́yìn bá ní monitoring team tẹ wí iná wọn tó máa gba bribe o ọgbọ́n tẹ máa fi ṣetán fi rí bribe gbà supervisor wà ńbẹ̀ àbáwọn ghost supervisors àwọn ghost supervisors tí wọn ò ní anybody ò ní mọ̀ iṣẹ́ yẹn ayọ̀ tí ẹ bá dán gbogbo orí tí mò ń sọ yìí tẹ́ ẹ bá dán wò tí ẹ bá gbégbèsè báwa ṣe ń rí bí a ṣe ń receive alert èpè ni mo mí ni o lóríṣiríṣi àwọn collective èpè tẹ ni èmi ń gbà náà ẹ̀yin náà máa gbà ó torí wípé gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ àdìyẹ tó ń bá yín ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn èyí tó dá wà nú wọn o gbogbo wọn náà kọ́ ni wọ́n bá di o but majority of them ni wọ́n jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yín yọ. I am not here to mention any names. Majority of them ẹ̀yin náà mọ àwọn tó ń jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yín yọ nínú wọn ẹ dẹ̀ mọ àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ kíṣẹ́ yín yọ. Ẹ gbé politics sílẹ̀. Igi tó bá yẹ kó wọnú wò ní kẹjẹ kó wọnú wò. Igi tí ò bá yẹ kó wọnú wò ẹ yọ kúrò. So nípa bẹ́ẹ̀ èpè táwa ń gbà á lè dínkù. Bí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ báwa bá ṣe ń gba èpè yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ náà lẹ́yìn náà ṣe máa gba dádì. I'm so sorry sir. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ̀dẹ̀ ń ṣépè èpè kọ́ ló kàn àdúrà ló kàn nítorí pé millions ni ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ìdìbò fún bàbá wa Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ẹ ò yàtọ̀ sí mi tí mo lọ sídìí ilẹ̀ lókun ìyàtọ̀ ọbẹ̀ ni pé wọ́n ò sídìí ilẹ̀ ọ̀ tó kúrò nílé ẹ̀ revolution ló ní kémi lọ ṣe ohun tẹ́mi ṣe ìwọ gbé tèmi yẹn tì ọ̀tún náà kúrò nílé ẹ̀ o mú káàdì ẹ̀ dání káàdì ìdìbò ẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ lọ sí polling booth ó ṣe kí ni o lọ dìbò fún Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àjọ ń gbèpè yẹn ni tí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ò bá ṣe dáadáa so èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mò ń gbà ó lè jẹ́ mi ni wọ́n dojú kọ o yẹn ni Bọ́lá Ahmed náà máa fi mọ̀ pé ibi ńlá ni mo kó nípa báwọn ṣe máa dépò mi ìdẹ́ kópa yẹn láti fi gba nǹkan mo wá san ẹ̀san nǹkan táwọn náà ṣe fún mi wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọlọ́run ṣe ní kí n dìde kí n lọ ṣe èmi nìkan kọ́ ni mo gbàdúrà fún Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu àwọn ìyá arúgbó kan náà gbàdúrà atẹ́gùn èpè yẹn náà lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu tí ò bá àṣeyọrí gbogbo ẹ̀ tó dìbò fún pátá lè pè yẹn náà lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn tí Bọ́lá Ahmed ò bá ṣàṣeyọrí so èmi àti ẹ lájọ ní role láti ṣe lájọ ní role láti play kí Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu kó ṣàṣeyọrí bàbá aráàlú sunkún ẹ gbìyànjú ẹ lọ gbìyànjú kẹ́ ẹ mójútó iṣẹ́ yìí dáadáa ẹ má ṣàsùnpara ọmọ yóò lè ọmọ bíbí inú yín kò lè ní kí orúkọ yín bàjẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ kó ọmọ bíbí inú yín náà pẹ̀lú àwọn tó máa jẹ́ monitoring team gbogbo iṣẹ́ yín kó máa monitor ẹ̀ ohun tó ń fa ìṣubú àwọn past presidents tá a ti ní òun ni pé kọ́kàn give assignment out kán dẹ̀ gbójú kán máa gbé gbádùn.
e dey smoke igbo e dey take indian e dey smoke igbo e dey take indian.
Were Olaiya is giving advice, and who told him that Sheyi Tinubu, like Bokwari's son, Sheyi Tinubu is not, involved in his father's government. Sometimes they say education is so important. If you can manage to actually really get, and it's not just about education per se. I mean, not just this kind of education they give to you in that 4 walls of your classrooms in Nigeria, right? Taught self-education. You see all these things that they are brainwashing you with makes you sound so stupid most of the time. Listen to that guy. To him, right? Some monitoring team, some people are not allowing Tinubu's job. Which job? What is Tinubu's job? What exactly is he really doing that you can say, okay, he's even mentioning Wiri Wiki. Anyway, like I said, I'll share with you is where he really apologized, okay? Look at him. It's fake. The apology is fake. He's only trying to remind Tinubu that they are cursing them. And the a lot of curses that he's been receiving, they are like, they are from everywhere. And he just wanted to let Tinubu know that as he is receiving all these curses, and other people who supported Tinubu are also receiving curses. Tinubu should know that he's receiving the curses too, until he does what he said he would do, which he will never do. Watch this.
A bad look into our Rotima, yes, or Keshishalu ye. What have any copy of Silva? One of us to pay a law form monitoring team. Because in October, the back for Mobi New Issy. A bad look into our Rotima, yes, or
Baba Wiri. Anyway, going forward, there are still more, like I said, but there is a man that seems to come to the level of today's reality. He's somebody who is sort of sounding like, no matter how much you are trying to not believe that this is happening in Nigeria, it is happening. And according to him, he knows too that things are going to what? They are going to even get worse. But he kind of analyzed it in a way that he also added advices. Please listen.
The first thing I want us to understand is that it's not going to get better, so that we'll not keep having these unrealistic expectations. If you look back at our democracy since 1999, we have never had a better government. So go think back 23 years. It keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. It has never gotten better. So we need to have that reality behind us while we are looking at the future. Because see, life is lived forward but understood backwards. We have never had a better government. So to believe or expect that, oh, this one will be better than the former one, you're going to be setting up yourself for trouble. So that's number one mindset you need to have. It's not going to get better. Even when we look at it prophetically, darkness will cover the earth, gross darkness the people. So it's not going to get better. But we're going to go through what has happened with this new government is that they are making the right decisions. Now, the right decisions they are making is going to make things tougher. But if we are able to weather the storm, there is light at the end of the tunnel. With reference to subsidy, I wish that with reference to subsidy, we have all accepted the 2012 verdict because Sanusi was crying. Was they were all crying. They gave us the figures. But this same APC government and many other people were against them. Today now, some people are fighting. This subsidy is a fraud. We all know it has to go. So anyone that is saying they should not remove subsidy, you are not being realistic. Because we are at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom. So subsidy must go. The challenge is always, should we go now? What do we need to put in place before it go? All those are stuff we'll discuss with time, but that it must go. It has gone. Number two, the floating of the dollar. It's a good decision. But one thing we need to understand is that there's what we call the gestation period for every policy. When a policy is made, it takes between 6 months to 2 years, all other factors being considered, before the benefit of that policy begins to come. So all these ones we think things are tough. It's not tough. We have not started. So don't even disease. You have not started because we are just less than 2 months in the policy now. So it is when the policy goes through its gestation period. So for the fuel subsidy, for instance, it's going to go higher and higher. Then when all the fuel that people that have given licenses have come in, then it can begin to go down. But don't forget that we don't have any refinery. We have not been able to have one refinery in almost 40 years. Yet an individual did one in less than 4 years. Another one is doing one now that will be ready in another 4 years. It shows that we are not ready. So for you to be expecting that government will do something for you, are fooling yourself. The government is not there to help you. So you have to think of how to help yourself, which is where survival strategy now comes in. So my own advice for individual is to understand that the principles that makes for surviving and thriving in any economy has never changed. There is nothing you are going through today that people have never gone through before. They survived it. If we survive lockdown, we'll survive this one. We just need to face reality. And the reality is twofold. Increase your income or reduce your expenditure. But many times people always think of increasing income alone. Reducing your expenditure is a major aspect of surviving any economy, because the income will not necessarily increase if you don't have value that you are offering that will demand money to flow to you. So if you are earning salary will not increase. They will even most likely sack you. Because if I'm to advise an entrepreneur right now, entrepreneurs should be making the tough decisions. Tough decisions includes letting go of people that you can survive without. Letting go of people so that you can be able to have a lean operation and then be able to survive as a business. So that means you that think that things are tough, that the salary is small, you most likely even lose that small salary because entrepreneurs will have to make the tough decision. So number one is reducing your expenditure. And I want to deal with the major aspect of life. And please listen to me objectively if you want solution. Everyone needs to understand the majority of what you are spending money on, you don't need to spend money on them. You are spending money on them because somebody has programmed you to think that way. And until we go back and face reality, we're going to remain. So let's go to the major thing. Food, clothing, shelter, academics. Those are the things that take money. So let's break it down. Number one, food. You say 3 square meters. Is 3 a square or a triangle? Who told you you must eat 3 times a day? That's part of the setup. So we have all been breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Where? Who told you that? Who defined it such? So even when you are not hungry, you are asking for food. You ask yourself, hey, where's my lunch? Are you hungry? Hey, but I've not eaten lunch. Must you eat lunch? So everybody must go sit down as a family and say, okay, in this family, from today, 011, 101, 001, whatever, you must reduce your food. Because you eat to live, you don't live to eat. If you eat once a day, you will not die. No. You're going to go through a period within 2-3 weeks, you will adjust. You'll be shocked that once a day is okay and you'll be healthy. Once you eat well, that's on the food aspect. On the first thing
How many of your uncles talks like that? How many of your uncles, if you can probably look around, just think about now. When they use the word like gestation period, baby steps of pain, labor pain, and then they now said, they now use the words like a coping strategy. Why do you have to eat 3 times a day? Why are you eating rice? Why don't you just eat Gary? Must you eat rice? Why do you want to eat fish? Why not just buy mama? Why do you have to send your children to private school? Why not public school? Why do you have to? Why not that? Gaslighting. Some people said it's gaslighting. It's actually the gaslighting Pro Max. How many of your uncles talks like that when you complain about Nigeria? Why are you wearing a bone straight? When your life is not straight. Oh, he actually continued, okay? Hang on. I'm going to show you that. It's more annoying, okay? He's advising people how to cope. Gestation period. Whoa. Just skinny. Whoa. God damn it, man. See the other part.
On the food aspect. On the issue of clothing, we don't need to talk too much. Most of the time, it's self-esteem issues. People don't even know what you are wearing. There's what we call the 20-40-60 principle. When people are in their 20s and in their 30s, most of the decisions they make is based on what people will say, how people will feel. By the time you get to your 40s and 50s, you don't care what anybody is saying. By the time you become 60, you realize that nobody was even saying anything in the first place. You are the one setting yourself up. How many times have you done wore shoe and nobody saw? That you now told them, you didn't see myself, how you do shoe. Your husband will give you money to go to salon. And you will return and he will not even commend you because he has forgotten. There are many things the man is thinking of. It's not that you went to do hair. So most of the things we are spending money on, all the clothes you have in your wardrobe, your bungalow is in your wardrobe, all the clothes you have in your wardrobe, how many have you won? Okay. All through lockdown, what did you do with those clothes? We are bag and shoe to match. Our destiny is not matching our bank account. We are wearing bone straight. Our life is not straight. Amen. We are wearing 3-piece suit. We don't have three-story building. We need to cut down on all the waste and excesses. Then let's go to shelter. Now you have a wife. Many of us grew up in room and parlor.
You want to stop him?
Husband, wife, and 5 children. We grew up in one room. We grew up in room and parlor. We survived. Cutting was what our parents were using to survive. They didn't have car. They were happy. Now you have cars. You are sad. Now you are in duplex. You are frustrated. Why? Because we have built our appetites over the years based on materialism, what people will think, what people will feel, and we have set ourselves up. You'll be amazed that in Lagos today, the illiterates are the landlord, the educated ones are the tenants. All those people we call illiterate that we think they don't have brain, they are the one buying land, building houses. You now, you go and park a 14 million naira car in an 8 million naira rented apartment. You think you are a big boy, you lack understanding. And the tenant will be calling you a guy tenant, landlord will call you a guy tenants. So we need to cut down on houses. Any room you don't need is not your own. Abroad, they do fostering, they rent out room. It's time for us to begin to think, okay, this one now, do I need to move to Ibadan? Do I need to move to Ogun State? Do I need to move to a cheaper place to save my destiny and save my family? Because it's not going to get better. Do I need to move from 3-bedroom to 2 or from a duplex to a flat? Do we need to cut? That is what needs to happen. Then let's go to education.
So Olumide Emmanuel has been giving us some grass bows that we need in the season. And some of us are already reanalyzing.
Ẹ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ìjọba èmi ló kàn yìí, ẹ dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. People that are stealing your forex, your dollars, and ensuring that they expose your country to financial ruins, they turned around and started gaslighting you. Baba, the moment the economy don't they enter canal, a lot of people are already adjusting their lives to it. So his advice is not unique. It just like it's not something special or anything at all. As things begin to enter canal for Niger, some people have already moved from the city once the husband lost the job and the wife's business can no longer sustain the family. A lot of people are already moving back to villages. But is that something that says, oh, since it's not going to get better or whatever, nobody knows when it's going to be better again, just downgrade your lives as they have devalued the naira, devalue your life. That's what he's saying. And people are already doing that. Don't eat 3 square meals. They said eat healthily, right? Eat 3 times a day. It is for the healthy balance of your meal. But poverty in Nigeria, they go tell you, say, why you dey chop rice? Why? Must you eat rice? Must you eat fish? In this economy, we must all adjust. But if they kidnap you, if now house you go sell, if now whatever you go sell, sure you get you would have to raise a ransom. See the way he was gaslighting the workers. People where they work. You are working now, you got a job. And that job, you realize that my job will pay my rent. Okay. My job will take care of my family to some extent. So I just took this job. And 5 years later, my entire salary could not even pay for my transportation to work, talk less of paying my rent, the fees of my children, or feed my children, or take care of any of my family members, as I used to do with the same salary 5 years ago. And somebody will come and say, you will need to adjust your life. What did I do wrong? Than to be working, paying my taxes, and some criminals, they mortgage the country, devalue the currency, and here I am. The entire work I've been doing in my life is already ruined. The pay I get from it is devalued. What I buy with it is no longer worth it. And I've not done anything wrong. But an analyst, professor analyst, is telling me it's the reason why I am complaining I am unable to build my own house. It's because I am driving a car instead of me to be walking. I am living in 3-bedroom house instead of me to be living in a face me and face you flat or house like my own parents. Do you understand that? How many of you watching me right now, when you were growing up, that grew up in the face me I slap you apartment, ever wish that when you grow up, you are going to bring up your own family inside that same arrangement? How many people here? Raise up your hand. Oh, thank God, no one. Because nobody, like everyone who lived that way, I'm not talking to all of you, the middle class, because now all of them, they go do holiday for London, for America, when the rest of us are, we schooled in Odogbolu. And when it is time to go for holiday, I just go to the next street in Odogbolu. That's where I will spend my holiday. Then I come back, I'm like, how was your holiday? Very great. When I go back to school, Odogbolu Grammar School, they say, Baba, how was your holiday? Very, very lovely. What did you do? What do you mean? I rested during the holiday. That's what we did. You never want to raise your own family like that. You wanted something better. You put in the work. You went to school. You got all the training. You looked for the job. You were good at your job. Then the criminals who knows nothing about creating wealth, their policies decided to devalue all that effort. Now you are poor. You are working, but you're still poor. What did you do wrong? Nothing. But a lot of people would like to make you feel like you need to, it's you. We must reduce our consumption. You must stop buying Bone Straight 500,000 naira. Where you won't buy Bone Straight 500,000 naira, be great. I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for any girl, not even just my woman or anything. I'm just saying, 500 grand, yeah, go buy it. Do you know that this kind of people that are gaslighting you, that now because you they buy shoes, you they buy Bone Straight, you they buy dress, you they buy things you don't need, you they buy this and that, you are the reasons why the Nigerian naira is not, they've gaslighted some of you like that, okay? But they are lying to you. Listen, you are buying those things with what? With your naira. Just the same way you go to the market and buy a tin of Milo with your naira. Even when some of them were brought into Nigeria with dollars. Yeah, with dollars. And when they break it down, they tell you this is the price now. Pay that. You pay that in naira. They are Bone Straight from wherever they are bringing it from. They got that in dollars, right? But when you were buying it, what did you use? You paid them in naira. That means you are helping to strengthen the naira. Better than those who packaged hundreds of millions, billions of dollars to go and buy cars for themselves. Take some of them to buy properties for themselves. Then they blame you. They say that because you buy foreign rice. Now because all of you want to shop foreign rice. If it's because you always want to shop. No, it's not because of that. It's the Gaslight Pro Max. Trust me. In Ekiti State, the police said they have arrested those that they believe were behind the killings of the two Obas in Ekiti. That should be a good news, right? Including the kidnapping of the school children. But there are some mixed up stories. Although, as it is the Nigerian way, it doesn't really matter anymore. I thank God they are back. The police said they rescued them. Okay? The governor said Tinubu rescued them. The family said they paid ransom and they also gave tramadol, tramadol. They gave tramadol. They gave a foodstuff, as well as I think they said they paid 15 million or something like that to get all of them released and their teachers. In order to kind of quickly beat the entire thing, right? Meanwhile, before they were released, Ekiti Amotekun, they came, they said they arrested some Fulani herdsmen. They suspected there were those who know something about the kidnapping. Those children have not been released then, so they arrested 6. 2 days later, some vigilantes, they said they were raiding the whole community, the whole forest, and they saw another maybe 4 or 5. They also arrested them. Now, those people were the ones Ekiti police have now presented as the people they believe killed the kings and killed and kidnapped the school children. But they were not arrested when they were rescuing the girls. Rescuing the children. The ransom, the tramadol, the foodstuff, the kidnappers collected everything. Ekiti government hasn't arrested the people who really killed the kings or kidnapped the children. But they are using one stone to kill the 2 birds because it is timely. Listen to their commissioner or spokesperson from Ekiti.
In the fight against crime and criminalities and in a bid to flush out criminal elements, especially kidnappers, out of Ekiti State, following the killing of 2 traditional rulers in the Kole axis and the abduction of 5 school children, including 3 teachers, on 29th of January 2024. a combined team of the police, Amotekun, local hunters, as well as OPC, embarked on a bush combing operation through Oke, Osun, Ikere, Igbo, Oka, to the thick forest around Iju Ikere boundary. During interrogation, Baboga Alaji admitted he took part in the assassination of the two traditional rulers. He is currently giving credible information that could lead to the arrest of other gang members.
So Baboga Alaji. Our people come they argue. Before then, APC, Egbe, at first, when that incident happened, those kings were killed. APC, Egbe, some of these social media bandits and these political cretins, right? They wanted to create a narrative that, oh, there is a traditional crisis in the area. Some people were fighting to become Oba, and they are like, they are fighting against themselves. They are the ones who attacked themselves and killed one. When that didn't fly the first day, everyone was asking them, could you please, since you said you love Yoruba land so much, Tinubu has never said anything about this. 2 Obas have been killed, as well as 5 school children plus their teachers who have been kidnapped as well. Where is your rage? Where is your anger? Baba? They now said they even suspect that this could even be IPOB, but both didn't fly. People are wiser these days. Only dumb people will listen to ethnic bigots. Ethnic, this tribal jingoisty, all these religious fanatics that you will now kind of listen to their manipulation and lies anymore. So people just curse them these days. They don't really fly anymore. But at the end of the day, police said they caught somebody called Baba Alaji or something. They can't argue. Say Fulani is Baba Alaji. Is that a Hausa name? Is that a Yoruba name? They say it's Baba Alaji. So Lori Brukuni Gogbonyi. Where is Tinubu? Where is Tinubu? So happy for the family who have their children back. You know what I mean? We're happy to have them back, and we hope they get the better trauma treatment after this. And not just everybody say, yeah, we are happy. And these children were with their kidnappers for over 6 days.
And 2 hours. Machine. 2 hours.
Do you see what they are subjecting Nigerians to? This is the life of Nigerians every day. And every day you see every victims like that in their numbers. Majority of them don't make it back. I swear, majority don't make it back. They are killed there by their terrorists and they will never be caught. And that could be anyone's family, anyone's nephew, niece, cousins, and all of that, all the place. I'm serious. It could happen to any of us. Any of us. Somebody told us that they would do this to us. And the people who claim to be representing Yoruba in Nigeria, in APC and other places, the traditional rulers, a lot of them told you that you must hate the Igbos for this. I'm bringing this back, okay? To those of you who once cursed this man, that same messages that you heard that got you so enraged that you wanted Nigeria to get him killed, I am bringing that back to your screen and point them out. Any of these that you find out as a lie. These were talks. I mean, these were warnings of many years back. I'll show you. Mazi, please.
Fulani can control you however they like. Once they announce it, Yoruba newspapers very foolishly and stupidly will support them because they want Tinubu as the president. And you are all dying every blessed day. You are all dying every day. Had you people risen up to say that what is happening in Nigeria is bad, there is no way that Fashoranti's daughter will not be alive today. That is the price you pay for duplicity. That is the price you pay for treachery. That is the price you will continue to pay until you rise up and say, enough is enough. It is up to you to do it. You did it during NSAS. You can do it again. Can you imagine Fulani people telling you, if you remove Fulanis from Yoruba forest, imagine Fulani telling you, if you remove them from your ancestral lands, there will be war. And you are panicking. And you have not asked yourself, why are they not saying the same thing about the East? Why did they not say to Eastern Security Network? Why did they not say to me, if you don't stop evacuating Fulani terrorists from the forest, there will be war? Because they know, they understand psychologically that you don't have what it takes to resist them. Do you know why Borno State is still alive? Why you still have the Kanuri people in Borno today? Was because they resisted the Fulani centuries ago. You have to go back to history to understand how Nigeria came into existence. Fulani has been expanding from day one, from Senegambia. All the way from Senegambia, they've been expanding, and now they are in Okigwe. All the way from Senegambia. They are now in Okigwe. And you're asking us to somehow fold our hands and keep quiet because of 2023, because one idiot is going to come out to become a president, because of that rubbish, because of that nonsensical notion, we should fold our hands and wait until we are overrun by the Janjaweed from the Sahel. Is that how reasonable people think? Is that how people that wish to survive as a race, is that how they reason? It is very, very shocking that some of you do not understand what the Fulanis have in store for you. Very, very soon it is going to happen. And when it happens, your eyes will clear. And about whom you will see it very clearly. I was warning you. In 2014, 2015, 2016, they said he's a warmonger. He's a warmongering. I went to America and I told World Igbo Congress that this war you are avoiding is going to come to your villages. They said, no, it's not going to happen. What is happening today? When Yoruba was supporting the dead idiot called Buhari, did I not warn them that this evil you're supporting will consume you? They never listened. They never wanted to listen. IPOB is a terrorist group. You're trying to divide Nigeria. But Mietiana is not. People that you are calling bandits, have you heard anybody come out to say, please Buhari, since presidency is there defending terrorists in the forest, why don't you proscribe them? No, you cannot proscribe a Fulani group. Never. And all of you, we are supporting evil. When there is the proscribed IPOB, proscribed indigenous people of Biafra. These are Yoruba journalists writing junk. Every day they keep writing rubbish. But their land is under siege. Their land is under siege. And the Fulani will take it. It doesn't take time. So I am here today to encourage them that they must stand tall and be very strong, resolute. That is what Fulani does. They control the media. They have well-paid consultants all over the world doing their bidding for them. They have that woman at UN trying to lobby the world that everything is okay in the zoo called Nigeria. But you and I know that the zoo is not okay. You and I know the game plan of the Fulani. And what are you doing about it? Nothing. Every day you read, you lament, you complain. Every day you read, you lament. And that's all you do. That is all you do. You read, you lament, you complain. You do nothing about it. Your lives are being taken away from you. Your forests are being occupied. Your mothers are being raped. Your daughters are being abducted. And the whole national government, presidency, is supporting such people. And you're telling me that Nigeria is viably sustainable. Is that what you're telling me? That somehow this contraption is sustainable, it is viable. It can never be. Because the more you stay in one Nigeria, the more you are inviting the Fulanis to take over your ancestral lands, take over your villages, and to make life a misery for you. That is the end game. That is the outcome. If you doubt me, go and do a bit of research. Ask yourself, who are the Hausa people? Who are the Nupe people? Who are the Bachama people? All of these people were steamrolled by the Fulani march to the Atlantic Ocean. And now they're in Yoruba land. They're in their forests. They are in their forests. And who is going to drive them away from there? If not the Yoruba youths. Forget about your useless governors. Your elders are very strong. I love Yoruba elders. The way they behave, the way they talk. Very, very strong. They say they support Akeredolu. That is the governor of Ondo State. They support him in what he's doing. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. I want some of you who have had your breakfast this morning, please go to your fridge or go to where you keep your beverages and you will see pig milk. Pig. Some of us were raised on pig milk. For how many years now? And you keep asking yourself, what is pig milk? Pig milk is the same milk that the cows produce in Holland can be produced in the zoo. Tell me the country in the world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century moving cattle from place to place, telling me they're grazing. Which country is that? Please tell me. All of you don't have any shame. When you have people, an entire presidency coming out to defend a very primitive, archaic agricultural practice, then you know you embrace serious mess. You are in one or my house. Fulani can control you.
I missed him. I do. That is why they wanted him killed or locked up forever, as ever as he can take them, until all of you will realize that Nnamdi Kanu is not just about Igbos, this, Igbos, that. He's only saying, if the rest of Nigeria would not care, Igbos must care because of what is coming to Nigeria, especially the South. You agree that the IPOB must be proscribed. Search your conscience. I know some of you have repented today. You agreed that it must be proscribed. Nnamdi Kanu must be stopped. The way he talks is too powerful. His words are too powerful. He wants to break Nigeria. He was warning us, he was screaming, he was presenting facts, and those who knows that if you begin to listen to him, their end is near, and they can't fight all the wars altogether. So, yes, they temporarily succeeded, okay, in taking him off air. And those who hated him, majority of them never even probably spent time to listen to him because they were told, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He wants to break Nigeria. And most of those who listen to him as well, they listen so that they can have something they can say. Did you hear what he just said? He just said that he will start war. Unfortunately, you are all trapped in the Fulani jihad in Nigeria today. And those of you who praised the Fulani jihadists that kidnapped him and locked him up and ignore all your laws and courts, Nnamdi Kanu's words lives every day. And I don't think you'll be able to avoid them enough. Watch this one too.
In one almighty trouble, I'm telling you. You people are in a mess. The Holland that you get your pig milk from, do they move cattle from Rotterdam to Amsterdam? I'm asking you a simple question. But they produce the pig milk that you're drinking every blessed day. Why can't Fulani produce pig milk in Sokoto? Why can't they produce carnation milk in Kano? They have the cattle. Before the white man came, did you see any Fulani in your forest? All these people talking rubbish about movement of cattle and movement of... I'm asking you, before Britain came and handed over Nigeria to Fulani, ask your grandfathers, please, or your grandmothers. Ask them. All this nonsense we are hearing today in this so-called one, I want to tell you the dangers of one Nigeria. All this nonsense you're hearing today about one Nigeria, Fulani in our forest, Fulani in our village. Before the white man came, did you see Fulani moving their cattle all over the place? Did we not have meat to eat? They will answer these questions for you. Because sometimes in Africa we don't reason very well. The way we reason is disjointed. I can't understand for the life of me why instead of them to waste all that money arming and equipping this Janjaweed army Mihetiala to come and conquer you and I, why don't they open a milk factory somewhere in the north and bring the milk down south? I'm sure Southerners will buy it. After all, pig milk comes all the way from Holland. Pig milk all the way from Holland. Now you understand it. Because of the way you people reason. Why can't you produce? Is it difficult to produce milk? The same milk that comes out naturally from the udder of the cow. Why can't you can it somewhere, pasteurize it, and send it to people to eat, to drink, or to do whatever with? All over the world, that is what is happening. In fact, they produce so much milk in Europe that they pour it away. Why can't you do the same thing? A whole president claiming they are in the 21st century are supporting a very primitive practice of moving cattle from place to... All of you, you're not ashamed of yourselves. You have no shame. As somebody will say, your shame is shaming me. I'm telling you, you people from the zoo, I'm ashamed of your ignorance and stupidity. You people are hopeless, completely hopeless. One day I want idiot to come and say, we are intellectuals. And you're moving cattle from Kafanchan to Ahoda. You are intellectuals. You are intellectualizing. You are in the 21st century, you are moving cattle, driving cattle, Nama, from over 300 miles. It's claiming Yoruba forest is a place for you to be in. You want to relax, Yoruba forest is every Nigerian is free to live anywhere. And do their business anywhere, yes. But when an Igbo man tries to sell beer in Kano, you destroy it. You destroy their businesses, you destroy their hotels, but you can come down to the south and live anywhere you like and grace anywhere you like. And you're telling me that is a country, that is one Nigeria for you? The Fulanis we are talking, they call them the Funa movement. Our attention has been drawn to a decree credited to one Rotimi Akeredolu, asking Fulani people who have occupied some forests in Ondo State to quit. We are also aware of another incident in Oyo State where an illiterate political talk gave quit notice to Fulani people to leave their territories, which are now their irreversible homes. Are you listening? Fulani are now saying that Yoruba forest is now their irreversible homes. They have now occupied Yoruba land in perpetuity. And I want to let my Yoruba friends understand this. You see, in life, anytime you support evil, evil will come back to haunt you. All of you never knew that IPOB and this Biafra movement was for your liberation. Some of you saw maybe the oil and gas from Biafra land. If they go now, we'll have access to oil and gas. In the process of having your eyes fixated on oil and gas, your forest is gone. Do you understand it? There is nothing more precious in life than freedom. Freedom is very important. And I need you to understand this very morning. Every Yoruba person supporting Fulani, you are setting up yourself to become like the Hausa people. Remember when Hausa was supporting Fulani? We are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Where are the Hausa people today? I ask you. Where are those Hausa people today? Do you see them anymore? They're saying we are Hausa Fulani, we are Hausa Fulani. Do you see them again today? Do you see them? I'm asking you. No, because Fulani have completely overwhelmed them. It's called emasculation. Completely emasculated them. Look at what they're doing in the East. In the East, they come to the East, they will tell you, oh, you want to be the president or vice? Yeah. They say, give us land for Ruga. They give them land. The soldiers of Kadu did that Lord Banta. They have taken it over in forever and ever. Give us land in your state. Hope of them prove to us that you are stood. Give us land in Olu. Hope of them will give them land in Olu. We can go and kill people in Obibo. We can kill for them. How many Fulani governors are prepared to kill bandits? I didn't say normal people. I'm talking about armed, dangerous bandits. How many Fulani governors? Go and read your newspapers, you will see it there. Fulani governors are negotiating with them, giving them arms, giving them vehicles, making sure that their life is no longer in misery. But if they come down to the south, they tell you, give us land for Ruga. Go and kill your people to prove to us that you're one Nigerian. That was why Obi also was talking rubbish. He was talking, was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Supported by the BBC. The problem you people have in Nigeria is this. Your journalists, you see people, Punch newspaper, Tribune, Vanguard, and Nation, they are your second worst enemies. I'm telling you the truth. They can never ever be objective in their reportage. Never ever ever. That's why all of you are suffering. But you don't know it. They were the same people used to scuttle the NSAS protest. Of course, some of you went about looking for Indomie in warehouses. Typical black people. Any revolution that is coming now, you must stand very firm. They'll say, oh, you're Igbo. Oh, you're Yoruba. Oh, you are from Europe. Don't join them. It's our turn in 2023. If you do this, you will scuttle our chances of becoming the president.
Oh, you do I fall. Oh, Mary, Abakare, Mama Daora, Unapuri Mary Nandi, win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri Mary Nandi, win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri Mary Nandi. Nandebo onyedu aimo o meri monendizu mbiroya abakare mamanda ora unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapuri meri nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3.
Thank you. I know a lot of you will probably would love to hear from him a lot. Of course, I would probably be bringing some of his prophecies to us, just to kind of remind us that the opportunity we missed, the man we were supposed to rally around and protect, all of us, Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, everyone from everywhere who love truth. The man we're supposed to actually rally around and really, really, really support and protect. But they got to us, right? And they got the endorsement of his, of the attack on him from a lot of you who were asking that he must be done this, they must do this, they must do that to him. So, of course, yeah, I will be bringing some of his thoughts. Somebody actually shared that today, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go look it up. And I did. And thank you so much, everyone. But do you know something? I think we are over 3,000 of us on YouTube. However, it seems that only 800 of us could really put up their own offering. Listen, if you have liked the video already, right? It's great. Don't do it again. That's enough. One is enough. But if you haven't really liked the broadcast, grab the remote control of that your TV, okay? And just bring out the information on the screen and scroll the handle there straight to exactly where the thumb is up. Like the broadcast, it will help it wider. Of course, there was a protest in Minna, the Niger state capital, today, and people were protesting because of hunger. Of course, I'll show you. This was in Minna, Niger State, today. I don't know what they want them to do for them. Probably give them food or give them money or give them job. I don't know. But it is because of the cost of living crisis. Things are very, very expensive. Now, this is for those who probably have not much. But as for those who stood their ground as well, physically and publicly, simply because they felt like it was the right thing to do in order to belong, so that whatever is yours, you'll be protected. I don't think those who really worked there and did all the dirty job for Tinubu to become your president in the South actually knew who Tinubu is. I'm not sure they really knew who Tinubu is, or they did know, but they felt like if they belong to a circle, right, they will be protected, sort of an immunity. You see those ones that are crying in the north, as they are complaining that things are tough, you see the Shekau, Shetima, is able to kind of take care of his own friend. If things are tough for you, well, not for their friends. Even though they ask you to hang on, he was able to give his friend 10 million naira, cars, and other goodies that one had to make a video, and they mistakenly dropped it on social media. Watch.
Today, 1st of February 2024, witness a great blessing of the Almighty Allah on my part. My bosom friend, close friend, His Excellency Alhaji Kashim Shettima, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, blessed me with 10 million naira cash, with a car, and 10 sets of expensive gowns with caps and other honorarium. I wish him long life and prosperity. Amen. May Allah continue to.
Nuisance lele.
If I see another clip that says, oh, lele, he was so happy. He said, Allah blessed me today through my friend who gave me 10 million naira cash. He gave me car. Then he gave me 10 pieces of expensive kaftans and cap and other honoraries. If they can just give all of you, where they shout a being power, if they can just give you half of that, maybe some of you can even go and start a business that will die before December anyway, but at least you have history of a former business owner than this one that nobody can even say any former about you. You get that? Because it keeps getting worse. So I hope they manage to package something that will give you up to 10 million naira to start yours. But in Lagos, it be like say no be everybody where they shout, Father, 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 go enter heaven. No. Sure you get. As you know,
when they were doing all of their street threatening, some of the videos that we managed to save during the charade in Lagos, despite the fact that they still got trounced. They come like say dog, don't they eat dog now? You know Abu Ebel, right? Aha, Abu Ebel. When you're boy, you know. Why to look on Shima Safun, you know? What's that guy's name? Naira Marley. Naira Marley. And then what's the other one's name again? Oja no Abu Ebel, the one that beat up DJ Shikin for saying nonsense about him on Instagram, on TikTok. I saw the video, I was like, God damn it, Nigeria is even worse than a ghetto. Nnamdi Kanu call it a zoo. That's generous. A zoo is organized. Nigeria is totally like, don't even say it. He said he bought land in Lagos 9 years ago, but somehow, our president, Olaya said that Tinubu should appoint his son to be part of the monitoring team, blah, 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 blah. Abu Ebel, it never reached 1 year. Scorpion don't sting him. You cannot understand what a danger it is when you have bad government. I told you this before. Bad government is like a stray bullet. Baba can discriminate. Abu Ebel need our help to call on the government. I don't even know who we are going to call now. Maybe Natif Numbu. Somebody should do an interpretation here, okay? Somebody has a petition. Tifnumbu's son has taken Abu Ebel's land because of Batik Besele. Government don't put leg on top of him.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abu Ebel. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo fẹ́ pe ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà sí àkíyèsí kan. Mo ti ra ilẹ̀ yìí láti 9 years ago. Ilẹ̀ yìí wà ní Ọlọ́gọ̀lọ̀. Jẹ́jẹ́ lóye, Task Force, Lagos State. Òun ló wá disturb mi lórí ilẹ̀ mi. Tó sọ pé mi kọ́ ni mo ní ilẹ̀ tí mo ní governor consent lórí ẹ̀. Mo tún pe Chief of Staff of Lagos State. Chief of Staff sọ wípé President wa Bola Ahmed ló ní ilẹ̀ tí mo fi ìlágùn mi rà. This land is 10 plots. Mo ti feel ẹ wo mo ṣe gbogbo feeling, èmi ni mo ṣe gbogbo feeling yìí. Wọ́n wá stop mi níbẹ̀. Mo dẹ̀ ti ta ilẹ̀ yìí fún àwọn èèyàn. Àbí kò yé yín, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ Nàìjíríà, ilẹ̀ tó ní governor consent. Táyọ̀ Àyìndé Chief of Staff ó ní kán wá ṣe fẹ́ǹsì ẹ̀. Kán fún Ṣèyí Tinubu ní key. Ipe Tinubu ló ní ilẹ̀ tó ní governor consent. Lagos State, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo ń pe àkíyèsí yín sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ ti wo bí mo fi ilẹ̀ dé. Mo ti ná billions of money sórí ilẹ̀ yìí. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ àmúdẹ̀ ní original document tó cover ilẹ̀ yìí. Wọ́n ti ń ṣe fence. Ṣètìrí wọ́n ti ń ṣe fence. Èmi ni mo ṣe gbogbo feeling yìí. Ẹ mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ gbogbo island ó máa ń ní omi. Ẹ wò ó. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ bá mi dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí o. Lagos State with original document, governor consent. Jẹ́jẹ́ lóye àti Chief of Staff of Lagos State. Àwọn ló fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ agbára gba ilẹ̀ yìí lọ́wọ́ mi o. Tó ń parẹ́ pé President wa Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President wa kan ṣoṣo. Tó ń parẹ́ pé àwọn ló ní ilẹ̀ yìí. Ilẹ̀ tó ní governor consent nínú. Ẹ̀yin Nàìjíríà, nǹkan tẹ́lẹ̀ omi fi ń commit suicide lélẹ́yìí o. Ilẹ̀ tí mo ti rà láti 9 years ago. Ẹ wá sórí ẹ̀ ń ṣe fence. Ẹni tó bá ti parí fence kan fún Ṣèyí Tinubu ní key. Ilẹ̀ tó ní governor consent. Nàìjíríà, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ o, mo ní document mi tó pé o. Any other person tó bá ní document kó mú document jáde. Ẹ wo bí mo ṣe feel ilẹ̀, ẹ wo billions tí mo ti ná sórí ilẹ̀ yìí. Jẹ́jẹ́ lóye àti Chief of Staff Táyọ̀ Àyìndé. Àwọn ló fẹ́ fi ọwọ́ ọlá gbá mi lójú o. Ṣẹ́tìrí.
Abu Ebel said they are using Tinubu's names to collect his land. That all of you should please help him. Oh. They want to use the power to take chief of staff to governor. It's like Gbajabia Mole to Tinubu. Chief of staff to Sanwo-Iku is like Gbajabia Mole to Tinubu. So it's like reporting Tinubu to Tinubu. Is that a waste of time? Abu, once they finish the fence, they are going to give the key to Sheyi Tinubu. And in case if you don't know, you see all those documents that you said governor's consent. No be Sanwo-Iku. You go present evidence where Sanwo-Iku gave you that consent. Photo evidence and everything. If you can show all of that, then now Sanwo-Iku give you. Chele Madini. Okwe Jometa, it's been a while that I've heard from what's that one's name again? Their leader, MC Olueron. Because that one did an handover 2-3 weeks ago in January or something, or is it in December, that by January they were going to make him the chairman of NURTW in Abuja. February, you might go delay because kidnapping in Abuja, pickpocket in Abuja, one chance in Abuja. Now, when they delay all the, what you are delaying all the Agberos they imported from Lagos to come and work with the new chairman. Since those boys never get their base approved by the new chairman, they would have to find another means. I haven't heard from him in a while, right? It's been a while, it's been like about 3-4 weeks now anyway, but it doesn't really matter, okay? So when I saw Abu Ebel, I was like, oh, hey, yeah. I actually felt bad for him like this. A minute, I felt bad because Owolofe Wogbuye now. Like, I understand what it feels like. When they took my land in Ijebu. My own land, not too cost. They took my land and they told me to do my worst. I was going to do my worst until they said, your worst no go pay. Collect the land where they won't give you another place. I said, okay, give me another one elsewhere. So I can cut my losses. Abu Ebel, if they help you see land next to Babish, you better collect them and start feeling that again. Okay, and all the best, by the way. Now let's come back to let's come back to Niger. I actually was going to take calls, but it seems that everybody is just so stuck with me right now that they will just like, my going just continue. I'll still take calls, but it's just not going to be like a long time calls. Okay, but let me finish this. Recently, Oban Paro was held somewhere. Okay, and he had a chance of talking about Nigeria. Then he decided to talk about Bukwari. As others said that Bukwari ran Nigeria like an illiterate. No, he didn't run Nigeria like an illiterate. He ran Nigeria as a pure criminal that he is and always is, right? Now they give yourself different pictures of criminal Bukwari. But here is Oban Paro, the old man.
The third question, I was trying to write it, but I didn't.
It was about managing diversity, that you talked in very general terms.
Okay, yeah, I talked in very general terms. Now, and what should I have done? That let me give you 2 or 3 examples. I just mentioned now, in 1999, the election, the Yorubas, who will probably, it depends on how you look at it, they will be either the second largest tribe in Nigeria or depending.
I think my time kind of ran faster. I didn't even know that we're already over 2 hours, right? Don't let me bore you with Oban Paro. I'll leave you with this. Then, after that, I will take a few calls, okay? Well, this is Shure talking about the failed security system in Nigeria. And by being honest, right, for the 3rd time, Shure continue to remind all of us that whatever these criminals does to you, I'm talking about their military, their police, and the rest of them, it is always, it's just to remind you that indeed they were not actually constituted to protect you. They were constituted to protect the criminals that are making life hell for you. And it's now up to you, okay,
to know that if you want freedom, it will actually come from a place of understanding why you want that freedom. Sure, please.
Let me say very clearly, because there's no time, we must understand fundamentally what the Nigerian security architecture is about. Nigeria security is not meant for Nigerians. Nigeria security system is for the elites, those in power. Nigeria security system, therefore, operates what is known as a police state. All our policemen, our electronic system, our investment in recruitment, the judiciary, is meant to protect those who are in charge of Nigeria, the owners of Nigeria. Abuja tells you all of it. You find more policemen about 1 mile square here than you can find where Boko Haram is ravaging Nigeria. I drove from Zamfara, or was it Kebbi, to Sokoto. There was no single checkpoint. But if you threaten the Nigerian ruling class today, you will find that you have security in this country. And as most of you know, I'm a regular with the courts. I have over 3 criminal cases, including one that will come up tomorrow for cyber crime. I have another one, treasonable felony. My prosecutor before is seated here, S.A.N. Liman, who prosecuted me unsuccessfully for treason, and after that he abandoned the prosecution. I haven't seen him until today. So I greet you. You are welcome. He's now representing Emiloko. And I must say to you as well that for us to get a Nigerian security system for the Nigerian people must be able to vote for a Nigerian leader. Because any leader that is voted for religious reason is going to be the leader for the religious movement. That is voted on ethnic basis can only represent his ethnic concern. Any leader that is voted on the basis of any primordial sentiment will only represent that primordial sentiment.
Right. So the choice to choose is what they have taken away from Nigerians. And right now, that choice, except you actually fight to get that back, is gone and gone forever. I actually thought I was wearing the other side of my shirt, but that would be too late anyway. It's already on record, but no, I wasn't. I'm good. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea, okay? Another cuppa. And when I get back, I'll take calls, right? So thank you so much for spending your evening with me so far. See, if you have to go, okay? All you have to do is just like the broadcast, and I will see you some other time. But if you still want to be part of the extended part of the conversation, where others also kind of add their own opinions, right? Then be my guest, because when I get back, I will take calls. Don't go anywhere. 2 minutes. Revolution is the answer. So Prince
Yes,
Jejeman,
Baba.
how are you?
I'm fine, Baba. How you doing?
Well, I'm very well. Oh, I kind of have I came with a lot of stuff, and honestly speaking, if you won't believe this, so I've only delivered half of what I intend to share tonight. But I think I've actually had so much already that I can keep some for now, so that we have more after this. So Prince, you
Baba,
have been part of this from the start, or you joined us midway?
No, I started with you.
Oh, grand. Then you didn't miss anything. So what will be your own contribution tonight?
Yeah, Baba. Respect to Temple of Truth.
Thank you.
And great respect to you, our Tukano Mike.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Baba. Thank you so much. We saw our Savior Mazen Kanu.
I know, it's nostalgic, isn't it? Like, you just sat there and we're like, oh, God, man, I miss this man. I miss him. But it is what it is.
Baba, thank you for educating our people with his messages. You see, you can hold a prophet, but you can never hold his words.
No.
The word of the prophet are ever living.
They live it forever. That's right.
One good thing about our leader Mazen Kanu is that any day that you are listening to his messages, it looks as if he's saying them today.
I know. They are always so fresh as well.
So there's one unique thing about him. Tonight I want the Janjaweed Fulani. You know, they had a contract with one of the contract they had with Tinubu is that you should live in the kind for them. Okay, and that's the reason why Tinubu is like his leg and hand is tied. Okay, concerning Mazen the kind of matter. But I want to talk to the Janjaweed. You see, by killing the three kings of Yoruba land, your Aruga can never walk. Okay, it can never walk anymore. By killing about 500 people in Middle Belt as a Christmas gift to them, your Aruga can never expand. In this 21st century, is a waste of time thinking of establishing Ruga and claiming all the waterways in Nigeria. Can you imagine, Mayegu General, that Fulani have started also they are rearing dogs now. Dog. I don't know if you have seen them rearing dogs. There's some group of Fulanis, Boko Haram wing, and ISIS that they recently moved into Imo State. They were captured.
I
haven't they recently moved them.
I'll look at them.
Yeah. It's out there.
I am going to see to that. Yes, and you know me now.
Yeah.
Once I get what I have to get, I'll come back and share it too.
That's good. I can send it to you. So they caught them with their dogs. Many dogs. I'm telling you, not just one, not 10, not about 100 dogs.
Are they dog dealers?
Each one
like
of them,
they sell dogs or dog breeders, they call them.
Yeah. You know,
so what would they use
what
dog
happened,
for?
Mayegu? You know what happened?
Tell us.
The hunters in Imo State, they went into the bush, they scouted the bush, and they saw some dead bodies that they kidnapped and killed inside the bush. You know? So it's like maybe where they had that news that the hunters went in, so dead. You know, hunters go with dog. So now they came with their own dog all the way from Futajelon, where they are coming from. They now came with their own dog to disguise as also
like
hunters, local hunters.
So that's how they got caught, yeah?
Exactly.
Wow.
So that is the situation. That is the danger we are all facing. I want them that are in the army, in the police, in the Operation Safe Corridor or the Boko Haram, they should withdraw and go back to where they are coming from. Because at the end of the day, even Sokoto, that Gobert that they renamed as Sokoto, they will not see a place there. They should just release Nnamdi Kanu and leave Nigeria alone and let everybody go back to their country, Biafra, Oduduwa. Everybody should go in peace.
In peace.
That's my own.
Thank you
That's
so much,
what I want to
Prince.
say tonight, Baba.
Prince Jejeman, thank you very much for stopping by then, okay? Appreciate that. Somebody said, Prince Jejeman, you need to give all of us who don't get a chance to call in enough time. I'm like, if you really want to call in, right? The line can be very busy. But at the same time, it can be very easy to get through too, all right? Just leave your phone, let it continue dialing and ringing and ringing and ringing. And just one single drop of it on my line, I'm going to get it. Somebody's called me, just drop right now. And yours, that is kind of just ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing there, we just hit the line. And that's you. So I believe that is the trick. Because for those who regularly calls in, they have their timing and the way they go about it. But remember, you need to at least like this broadcast too. Hang on, no. It's like I have another caller. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, my good general.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Yeah, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I hope you had fun.
I did, though. Everybody actually made it so very much memorable. I won't forget. Thank you.
That's good, man. Getting to the big 4-0 is not easy.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's a new dimension. It gives you more patience.
You know,
and more
they
wisdom.
say that life begins at 40. I'm learning the rope. And it's looking
Of
so
course.
too.
Yeah, you learn to become more patient. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm learning that now. Like, I mean, it's a tough one, but yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Well, this is Ken calling from California.
Ken, that's you.
Yes, sir.
So it's like you're calling
Yes.
directly. You're not calling through the WhatsApp tonight. That kind of put me in there.
Yes.
But
Yes.
fair enough.
Yes.
You're in. How are you doing tonight, Ken?
Well, doing very well, very well, very
Fantastic.
well. It's a lot of rain here, but we're doing very well.
It seems like it's everywhere. It's been raining for like days here now as well. Almost non-stop.
Yeah. I see.
Go on, sir.
Well, my own contribution is very quick today. No, I'm not going to take too much of the time. For my own, what I'm seeing, my analysis on the situation on ground right now is, no matter what happens, Tinubu will not last more than the end of this year. I don't think he will last up to the end of the year.
Really?
Not just him. Yes. His administration will not last more than, give or take, it won't last to the end of the year. It's not possible. It's not what is going on now. It's not sustainable. It's not possible.
Because they
going
either
by the
have
trend
to
and what is going on.
find a way to plug the loopholes now, or let them continue stealing and looting and doing all of that. You are right. By December, I don't think a lot of people they will be able to explain what their eyes would have seen by December. Enough that I might kind of believe you. But yeah, let's see.
No, well, with the way things are going, it's not possible. It won't last to the end of the year. It's either two things will happen.
Okay.
It's either there will be that revolution everybody is clamoring for. Because if you look at the North right now, even the Fulanis are talking about leaving Nigeria. They want to split up.
I saw a video of one
That's
of
how
them.
bad it is. It has not even started, and they themselves are even clamoring to split up. That's how bad it has gotten already in a very short period of time. You know, the people that wanted Nigeria to stay so much together are the ones clamoring for the breakup at the moment.
Go our separate ways now.
Exactly.
And it hasn't started like everybody is saying. By the time it really gets to the point where, okay.
It has not started yet. And without the explanations you give and the poetry and everything, without food, you can't even grow your own food, then it gets even 10 times worse than what it is.
Honestly.
At the moment. So
imagine
give it another 6 months.
Imagine a fish seller that does not eat fish because she can't afford it. What situation will make somebody who is a fish seller that can't eat our own fish because she can't afford it?
Of course.
Things right, though.
The only people that will eat their fish are the ones that are in Magodo that goes to the ocean to catch the fish. Those are the only people that will be able to eat their own fish. Because it doesn't cost them money to go into the ocean to catch it.
That's right.
You get my point? Yeah, give it to, by the middle of the year, the dollar will be hovering towards 3,000. By the end of the year, it's not possible. They will either, Nigeria will come out in masses and overthrow that government themselves, or the military will have no choice but to step in and do the right thing.
You really think
you get my point? Those are the only two. My brother, it's not sustainable. It's not. It's like, you know, it's painful to look at your country, our beloved country. It's like a freight train that cannot be stopped. You can't stop what is going on at the moment because everything is falling apart from all angles.
It's going to be a train wreck.
Everything that makes a country, everything that makes a society has already failed in Nigeria. And what we are seeing now is the manifestation of that failure.
Well,
you get my point.
Right.
So
I mean, 100%. I'm just like, Nigerians are so unpredictable. I mean, they are so predictable to some extent, and say, you know, if you push them to the wall, they will make a hole inside that wall and believe that they could hide from it. But you are saying that there's some level of endurance that will make you make holes in the wall. Sometimes you probably will no longer be able to make the hole. That's your own theory.
Yeah.
Ken, yeah?
They've gotten there now. At this point, there's no way to even dig any deeper.
Wow. Well, I'm going to kind of
they're at the end of it already.
Yeah, because
they're the end of it already.
Not because I want to bank on you know, the broken people of Nigeria to break free, but it's a good thing if that happens. So I'm going to put my money on that theory.
It will happen. Just look at what happened in Mina today. It will happen. And look at what happened in Senegal.
I saw that too.
Nigerians are seeing what is happening online. They know what is going on in Senegal. So they will stand up and do the right thing very soon.
Wow. Ken.
And Kolu has zero capacity to fix the problem as it stands right now.
That? He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it. So all those who are expecting some things to just change, they won't. I mean, I don't know how to explain it to people, Ken, right? They just don't have it. So you sitting down there thinking maybe it will take 6 months, it will take 1 year. If you give Tinubu 20 years, you will be dead before they finally tells you that we can't do it. We lied.
It has zero capacity to fix it.
It doesn't have anything.
So yeah, and he has already made too many mistakes to fix it anyway. So the only thing that will happen is either Nigeria break up in peace, or there's some kind of revolution and the military has to step in to keep it together. And I hope they don't step in to keep it together. I hope they can come together and break it up.
Amen.
That is my hope.
Thank you very much.
All right, my brother. Have a good night. Have a blessed night. And happy birthday again, brother.
Thank you very much, Papa. Thank you so much. That's my own bro from Cali. Yeah. Did I miss that? I'm sorry. I'll take it again. Let's see. Did I get that? Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, ma.
Okay. Hello, sir. Well done. Lucky me.
Yes, so
Thank you so much.
It's not even that busy. People are, people are very, very sort of cunning when it comes to calling in, okay? A lot of the time people will relax. They won't call in. So I'll be seeing the calls coming one after the other. Then at a point, they just feel like, I want to talk too. By then, our time is almost out. So I'm glad you got it.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm glad too. Thank you. And
Fantastic.
you?
Well, very well.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Thank you.
Please, ma'am.
Yeah. About this subsidy, they said the subsidy was a scam or whatever.
That's what they said, though. They said it was a scam.
It's not. So, if subsidy was a scam, please, I need someone to enlighten me. Why the increment? Why did they increase for price? Yeah, we said, okay, this thing they were doing was a scam. The money they're getting,
like it doesn't exist. The price that they are telling you will go up if we remove it is a lie. Okay.
It's a lie.
So
why did they?
Go on. Your question.
I don't get it. So why did they increase the fuel price? I don't get it. Are they supposed to remove it? Are they supposed to remove? I mean, to increase it?
Let me explain their lies to you. Okay, how they played the people, so that you understand your question and then the whole thing. Okay, but don't try to kind of get logic around it. It's all fraud. All right. Now, the idea of removing subsidy was because Nigeria was paying too much money on subsidy. Okay, and Nigeria didn't have any money to pay. So at a point, Nigeria was borrowing money to pay subsidy to oil marketers. But in order to, and if Nigeria continues like that, Nigeria will not be able to fund infrastructural development. So to save Nigeria from this ruin, instead of paying that 4 trillion as subsidy,
then they take it out.
We will use it to build road, blah, blah, blah. We'll save it. But here is the fraud, man. That's why I said don't try to understand it. It's all fraud. But just to understand the fraud, okay? Why then did, when you remove the subsidy, okay, the price went up? That was your question. That if they said it was a scam, then how come that when you remove it, it went up, okay? Again, being a scam, according to them, is that if Nigeria didn't pay subsidy, Nigeria will be fine. That's what they said. And that's why they said it's a scam. But ordinarily, subsidy actually exists, okay? Just like Nigeria subsidize a lot of things, man. They subsidize education, they subsidize primary health care, they subsidize electricity, they subsidize water, they subsidize a lot of things like that that are not really publicized, except for that of petroleum. So now the bobo they now sold to people is that the moment we remove the subsidy, things are going to go up. But don't worry. Okay? You see that money we are removing, we will now use that money to buy, for those of you who are entering buses, we will buy many, many buses that are going to be carrying you very cheap. You see that money we are taking out of subsidy, we are going to make sure that we renovate all the public schools. So if you cannot afford private school, bring your children to public school. We'll hire teachers, more teachers. We'll pay them with subsidy money. We'll renovate all the hospitals. We'll use that money to pay all the doctors, hire more. So that when you go to the hospital, right, government hospitals, you will be treated. Subsidy money. That's the lie they told them. Sure, you understand? Now people are now asking, okay, we are now buying things higher, expensive. What about the other things you said? We are paying higher for transportation. We are paying. So, but people don't know.
Now, what about the thing? What about the money? What about the money?
There's no money, because you see all those oil marketers they told you they are paying subsidy to, right? Guess who are the oil marketers? NNPC. Guess who is paying subsidy? NNPC. NNPC is paying subsidy to NNPC to bring fuel into Nigeria. Okay? And they call them oil marketers. Ask them the name of the oil marketers. You go realize say they are their girlfriends, their concubines, their children here and there. And using Nigerian money to trade.
Honestly, all these things
is all fraud.
It's all fraud. It's not even you can't really figure the thing out when you are trying to like get it right. Like wait, what about this? What about this? You keep asking yourself questions like on that you cannot even answer.
No.
So it's like me, I always say this. Nigerians just know how that country is going to like work. That country cannot work.
It can't.
Because it can't work. It's so simple. Because we all have people that don't really care for the masses. They don't care for anyone. They don't really
they don't care.
They just get to say, okay, get whatever they can get. Now Bukhari is gone. He did everything, like take all money, everything. Now Kalu is there now. His own is there's no money inside. Then I have to keep borrowing.
Let me even shock you and many other people listening to us. Bukhari and the Mefiole and God knows who and who. They used Nigeria foreign reserve as a collateral for a $30 billion loan from all these JP Morgan Chase and another bank in America.
Yeah.
Guess what? Nobody knows what they did, what they used that money for. Nobody. No one knows where is that money right now. Bukwari's government printed 27.4 trillion naira cash. That's different from all the money in circulation. Printed purposely to be shared, okay? When you convert that money to the exchange rate then, right?
Like
that is $50 billion.
Honestly.
Mommy, $50 billion printed, right? Nobody knows what they did with the money. Everybody is now kind of wondering why is Nigeria is a mess. People have no idea what they are. They have no idea. I swear.
People need, honestly, people need to come out and protest. They need to do something. People need to die. People need to come out. It is no time. There's no time to give them because it's enough. Enough is enough. This is too much. It's not about getting too much.
They have no idea.
This is too much. People need to come out and protest. At least express themselves. Like, oh, this thing they can't take it. All these things they are saying one by one. They should put themselves together and talk. Come out. See what happened in Senegal today. See what happened in Senegal. Just because they changed the date of the election,
they
came out.
Postpone election.
Look at all of them.
Imagine if they rig the election in Senegal. Imagine if they rig election in Senegal.
Honestly, please, I don't know what to do.
You have done your part.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Milady.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. My regards to the family.
And to yours
thank you so much.
God bless you, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Now, that's one there for all. Okay. When we say all these things here, you know, the people that have the best chance of turning things around, they are like those of you who are in Nigeria. You have the sizable number of Nigerians in diaspora. But we are emitting over $30 billion annually. Do you even understand what that power is? If all of you understand the power of money we send to Nigeria. And for those of you who are back there in Nigeria that are so afraid to face these criminals, do you actually understand the huge resources that you are missing out on for being cowards, waiting for people that could actually fund your revolution times 10, times 100 conveniently for days, for weeks, for months, until these rogues are gone? Do you understand the amount of resources you have access to coming from Nigeria? We have a lot of work to do. I'm just saying. When people mention Senegal, somebody says Senegal people speak one language. Short there, Nieni. There are over 20 ethnic nationalities in Senegal. Yes, you have a lot in Nigeria, over 250 ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. We don't speak the same language. They have divided us and all of that. But those who divided us knew how they did it. Even our personal greed and selfishness hated all of that, Abi. Don't ever say the Senegalese are now, they are speaking, they don't speak the same language. They're like Nigeria. They are from everywhere too. Over 20 ethnic nationalities in Senegal. But they understand one thing. When their commonwealth and common well-being is threatened, they are never going to sit back and watch the criminal do it. And that's what you are witnessing in Senegal. Imagine Nigerians that have access to remittance of over $30 billion. And they are being pushed about by these old ag relics, while the rest of them are doing banters. Davido Grammy. Or how much is a Corolla? And the rest of all that nonsense that kind of take all their time. Just think about the resources I just mentioned now. If all of you can see it, those who claim to be educated, you have no idea. But we will unleash all of that. Sorry, my caller, I kept you there for longer. Can you still there?
Problem. I am.
Lady Beatrice, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
First of all, I want to congratulate you concerning your studio.
Thank you.
I watched you today and everything, the sound system and everything you were doing there.
I know. You know the difference. You know the difference between me here and then the studio is that there's not much difference apart from the space, right? But you see that echoing sound that a lot of people were talking about. I was sounding like I was inside the hall. It's because I didn't really go with all of the normal, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when everything goes in, when everything gets into the place, we're all going to be so amazed.
Yeah, and the place is still almost empty. So you should expect that if, like where I live now, when I just came in there, I would be speaking, and it was like echoing in somewhere else, and I did not, I think it's very, very normal. But you're doing so well, and I'm encouraging you. Concerning Nigeria, our wonderful country,
yes,
it is, we still call it our country until we go our separate ways.
Until then, that's right.
Until then, these people, no matter how, even if Kolu lives up to 8 years, stays up to 8 years there, he's not going to live another 20 years in this world. I don't understand why they do so much evil, which their children and grandchildren will inherit. If you look today, I don't think that Abacha's children are free movers in Nigeria, based on what their father did, or all the past bad leaders of Nigeria. They stay in seclusion. They are not mixing up with anybody because, of what they did and how they did it. So, but now I'm so surprised that the Hausas, I'm sorry to use that word, the Fulanis are now going to dogs. Then I'm thinking, is it so that when they are shooting, the dogs will be eating those, where they cannot reach the dog? They would have trained the dog so much that the dog can start
feeding. That's part of their threat too. We'll kill the infidel and we'll feed them to the dogs. Well,
and
that's something there.
I'm thinking that if this type of invasion, this type of attack from the Fulanis against the whole Nigeria, I want to assume that this attack is coming from the eastern part of Nigeria against them. You would have seen the British government come down to see what they can do about it. You would have seen the American government come down to see what they will do about it. But these people who are not up to half of the nation are just terrorizing everybody, and they just kill and go, and they are very bold at it. I watched a video posted by it was a secret video, but they showed it by the present vice president. What he said, I don't know whether you've watched that video, where somebody was congratulating him when he was when they got him to be vice president. So he was telling that person the plans he had. They don't believe that particularly the Igbos should leave. He said that he said things about Lagos. The type of
that was Wembu. That was an old audio. I have shared that here myself.
You have shared it.
Yeah, I was talking about Buhari. That thank God that their brother is now in charge. They will now show the Igbos. They will do all the Igbo businesses. They will demolish all their businesses and chase them out of the north and all of that. They did try under Buhari, but they didn't win. Even though we know that a lot of people actually lost a lot.
Why did Emilio targeted? Why did Emilio select such a person to be his vice president? A person he knows.
They have a lot in common.
They have a lot in common because even Emilio and his wife, they've shown that they don't have no love for the Igbos.
No.
So what are we going to wait for? Because now they started killing the Obas. They killed one Oba in Imo State and dragged him into the bush. It's not only in Yoruba land.
I know.
They killed 3 or 4 Obas in Yoruba land. What are we waiting for? To return this fight, or to say enough is enough? We have to go our separate ways now. We cannot just you cannot, as a man, I remember when my dad was alive, he had his machete always under his bed. Are you getting me? While we were in the village,
and now
always
for safety.
His machete for safety. He had his gun, this other gun, long gun like that.
Now those
powder gun
guns,
or something. But my father had it. Under
the younger you then could probably be wondering, why is he always putting things under his? Why is it like that? Until you probably got to understand why later in life.
Yeah. My father, if there's any sound in our village, my father would just bring that gun, shoot up. Bah, bah.
Don't come here.
And then, don't come here.
Do your nonsense over there. Don't get closer. I've got something that can push you back.
Yes, my father would just shoot it on the air, like 2 or 3 times, and then goes back. And everywhere will be silent. And then he had his machete. You understand me? We also had shepherd dog, this German shepherd dog. That one will be barking. Before you know it, they poisoned the dog. The whole tongue of the dog came outside. You know, well, yeah, the whole tongue of we don't know who poisoned our dog. So all those things, the evil human beings are doing to other. When I watch all these things, what I just say is, why can't people just think what is good for each other? Why are these people doing this? And then the people who are leading them, the people who sent them to be doing this, they are watching. Yeah. If there's any attempt from the Yoruba side to push back, right? Or any attempt from the other side, eastern side, to push back, then that will become mighty news.
You know, it will become a breaking news, and that's the time they will be like,
killing, this terrorism, killing, they are doing it they are doing it persistently, and nobody is like, as if our men have no, what is that between your legs? No balls anymore. As if there are no men in Yoruba land, no men in Igbo land. I, for one, I learned how to shoot in America. I went underground when I lived in New York. I learned to shoot. I'm telling you, I had what you call a silent gun in America. You understand me? Licensed, silent gun. So for me because New York, you can't go there without your own gun. The crime in New York is too much. You know? So all this nonsense, we are passing through it. I'm finishing now. We are passing through it. Do you know that our children don't know what else to do? Our grandchildren are worried.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, everybody is seeing what this means to them individually.
I'm following him. I listen to him. That Showore, I love him so much. That revolution is now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma. You have a wonderful evening. So I'm having an issue with all my lines somehow, shockingly. So what I'm going to do is that, hang on, let's get that out. 1 sec. So, okay. So if you are still listening, you might need to also hang up, because you see, when people call in directly on the phone line, they sort of fence out all of you on WhatsApp, and I apologize. Sometimes I find it difficult to sort of cut them off so that I can get you on, okay? But if you are watching if you are calling through the WhatsApp or so, you should be able to get through now. Let's see. Yeah, you should be able to get through now. And I mean, that should be it. Hello.
Hello, thank God.
Hello, sir. Thank God indeed. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm very well.
Thank you, Baba.
Yes, sir. Thanks for asking. Please.
What you do? Thank you so much for what you do. And I want to plead with our people too. They should try and make it short, please. They should just try. Conjure. And everybody wants.
Sometimes they feel like I'm stampeding them, but I don't know. Like they should cut it a bit. Exactly.
Yeah. Victor. My advocacy is break it up now to save my life. Tinubu, all of you, break it up now to save life. Break it up to save lives. Our people are just I just seen all these things now. I have a friend. It was like Tinubu is the best. Bro, listen now. This guy is coming back to be like he has seen hell.
You know,
he's in Nigeria right now, so he knows what's up now. So he knows what is going on now. All of them are coming back. A lot of them, they are still coming back. All this thing just started, and I'm very happy he's coming up like this. Everything is gonna explode one day very soon, very very soon. As caller said earlier,
our people must be aware too. See, Baba, our people must be aware. These people that are coming back cannot be trusted.
No,
a lot of them are doing this to further control the narrative, so that at the end of the day they can drag a lot of people to say, "Hey, now just give him time." You must not give them breathing space, so until Tinubu is gone and APC is dead.
No.
Papa, go on.
Yes. I don't trust them for anything.
Can't trust
I just want them to suffer. That if they're suffering, I will be very happy, because they will learn in a very hard way.
Amen.
I'm very happy with what they are experiencing right now. I'm very sure, as the other caller said the other time, that I'm not sure Nigeria will survive this year. With the way things are going, no, they won't survive it. I'm very sure, and I'm happy it will end that. It's going to end that way. Thank you very much.
God bless you, man. Thank you very much for yours. Somebody is a man of his word. He said, let's keep it short. Manage the time. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. That's good. But here is another caller. Hello.
Hello, Mayegu.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah. Fine, thank you. Good to see. Yeah, what I wanted to say,
yes, sir.
Like the history, Nigeria history, we stop teaching history in the school, and there is a purpose for doing that. And if not, the Kanu that come up to tell the younger generation the history of Nigeria, this Nigeria will just die the way like that. Nobody will know anything about Nigeria. And when you don't have history, somebody can just come up and tell you this is it, this is that you believe. That was their plan. The Kanu spoil that they are there for them. And what you are doing today, you are writing history as well. Generation to come will see the history you wrote about Nigeria, which is what you are doing today. Great job you are doing.
Thanks, man.
Secondly, you see this revolution thing they are talking about. Revolution can never work in Nigeria, no matter how suffering people are going through. You know why?
Why, sir?
Look at the Lekki toll gate killings. They now say it's Igbo that do that protest.
And now they try to change the narrative too.
Yeah, you see where that woman was talking to the Lagos State governor.
Yes.
See the answer he gave
Your
to the
people
woman.
did it. That is why they didn't have a place to do the autopsy for Mohbad. I saw it.
You understand?
I saw it. That's how they do the dog whistle. That one is called dog whistle. It's since someone who said, your people. He didn't say Igbo, so but he was pointing to someone who is practically, right, not even Igbo. It was like, your people did it. And that is dog whistle. You see all those ethnic bigots, they will run with it. I saw it.
Yeah. So if the only people that can make that revolution work is the Igbos. And the Igbos will not want revolution, come out for revolution, because one, if they come out, they will still use it against them.
They will be blamed for anything that is the outcome of it. We know that.
Yeah. So because of that, they will not come out. If you see Shawore is just talking, nobody going to support Shawore. Nobody going to support him. You understand? He said good things. Good things. A nice guy, very versatile, clever, and good. But nobody going to support him. The only thing that will work for Nigeria now is to break up the country. Let's go about our separate. If you talk about revolution, there is nothing like revolution. There's no revolution.
It's not going to work. No. Okay, yeah. Mazi. Thank you. Okay. I am going to take another one. Okay. So that we can also hear this. Because another person may call in and say, no, I disagree with Mazi. It will work, and tell us how. Okay. I mean, that's the beauty of this platform, isn't it? Right? People can easily disagree with themselves, and then you'll be feeling like, I'm going to call back. I say, no, you're not calling back. So Mazi, you have a good evening. Okay. Let me take another one. Thanks so much for that. Now, my time is almost rounding up, and this my next call may be the last call for tonight. I told you, I just want to make sure that we enjoy the evening to the fullest, and I don't stop the fun midway like I did on the 2 previous occasions, okay? So yes, if you are still here with me, I'm kind of saying that subscribe to my channel if this is your first time on Mayegun's Diary Political, okay? Elder Theophilus Oniyide
one of the strong advocates of Mayegun's diary political is a veteran and is somebody who has this strong passion for the emergence of the Yoruba in the Yoruba nation and in the Yoruba independent nation. So Elder Theophilus is also a prominent active member of the parliament on Mayegun's diary political temple of truth. Now that I've mentioned his name, I think if you see him right there in your midst, you can shake his hands by sending a happy birthday to him. He turned 60 yesterday, but he's kind of having a party in the summer in America, and I've been invited. So they're working on my own invitation right now. So, brethren, the Templars, please join me and say happy birthday, 60th birthday to Elder Theophilus Oniyide. It is also similar to that of, Elder Akin Shoname, who also turned, Princess, remind me, I always see him as somebody who turned 60, but he's kind of an old man who doesn't want to get old, like look old. So Elder Shoname, too, birthday came up over the weekend, and he also had a chieftaincy sort of, added to his, his advanced age. So these are older people that I so much respect and cherish. And I pray that I am as lucky as them, so that I live long enough to see 60, 70, and 80, and on and see what it feels like. I just don't want to hear about it. Indeed. So my caller, I told you you're going to be my last caller tonight, so I'm sorry for stealing part of your time. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Oh. Michael Diary Political.
Yes, sir. How are you?
This is Chike from Edmonton, Canada.
Oh, my dear brother, Chike. Now you are going to be my last
caller
caller
tonight.
You? That kind of make it like a cherry on the cake. It's been a while. And thank you
awesome,
so much
awesome.
For all of you do, right?
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Michael.
Seriously, Papa. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I want to say happy birthday.
I've said those thanks up there, but now I'm saying it to you one-on-one because I've always wanted to. Thank you so much, Chike.
Michael, you're very welcome. This is the least we can do for you. Well, like I've always told you.
Massive, I have to admit. Thank you. Papa.
Michael, you're very welcome. What you do is thankless. It's not easy to come on every day and do the same thing, do all your research, put it all together. For many of us, we don't even need to watch all the Arise news and channels, because once we tune in, we'll have a good idea of everything that happened.
Everything.
I joined you halfway. So I didn't really start. And I already have an idea of what's going on.
Right.
But rest assured, I will go back and watch.
And you will be glad if you do that, all right? I mean, it's quite interesting because we started with the lamentation of this agbadomites, and I think it was quite detailed. You'll love it. Or from where you watched,
I'm sure I will.
You sure have something to add tonight.
I'm sure. Oh, for sure. First of all, let me say big congrats to you. This on your birthday. I think the best part was enjoying you, seeing you blush while the ladies were singing for you. So that was good.
I know.
And congrats on your new studio. I actually watched you this morning, setting it up all together. I'm super excited to see how it all turns out.
Thank you so much.
Congrats.
All thanks to all of you, welcome. I have to say, but thank you, Baba. I know.
You're welcome.
You so
much. Now, just to add my voice to the Niger situation
tonight,
I totally agree with the second caller that the economic situation is not sustainable. What's going on in Nigeria is not sustainable.
No.
You've seen the CBN governor doing all sorts of media blitz, trying to talk up the Naira. And like you predicted, once the Naira drops a little bit, they'll propaganda it up. And you can see they're doing it. If it drops by another 100 Naira,
tomorrow
they'll propaganda it up.
Yes,
but it's not sustainable.
For not doing same.
We're
supposed to be happy. The 100
Naira
has just become 1,400. They say yes. But if you don't, then you are unpatriotic. Can you even imagine that?
And we're clowns on Twitter.
Fighting out
like Shitty Man said. Exactly. But I just want to say, like with everything happening, the drums of war are beating and the drums of revolution. The last caller who said the revolution will not happen because I don't think they are really, I mean, you could have said that a few years ago, but if you look at what's going on right now, look at 3 kings were killed in the Southwest.
Yes.
And not a word from Tinubu. Not a word.
Till now.
Till now.
Yes.
People are crying. Ebin Pawa, Iya Jewa. Now I'm hearing Adura Lokon. This is new. You know, and like Buhari said, this is just the beginning.
It is just the beginning.
You know, it's just starting. People have not seen. You know, I was on Twitter Spaces a few days ago, and I was hearing people say, that Tinubu must rule 8 years old.
Yes, sir.
He must complete his 8 years so that during the next election, that's if you last 8 years, people will be sure to vote the right person.
Amen.
You know? Amen to that. Now look at,
you know, when you tell them that they may be able to choose a good person, or they may be able to fight their way out and then break free, the most you can actually, when people say that, the most we can say is to say amen. No, because amen means so be it. Abi, so be it. So shall it be. If a prayer is going to be answered, I mean, I would love to say that amen to them, but I mean for them, but Baba, we all know how it's all gonna be.
We know that guy that was on the Niger version of The View, that guy that was talking about, you know, Nigerians taking up austerity measures and stuff. Advising them. I mean, to some degree, he made some sense, but that is not what Nigerians want to hear right now. That's not what Nigerians want to hear, because they've been hearing it. Like, look at the imam that said, Jekwa Ma Mugari Urieja. It's still the same. These people are saying the same thing. Right. How many other times do we keep drinking Gary? You know, it's not sustainable. Look at the Mina protest that happened today.
And it
protest
was
for
hunger.
hardship.
That's why they were all there. You know, like
yes, it's about hunger, and I assure you, Michael, that protest is going to trickle down. It's going to trickle down to other states, to other northern states.
So it's a matter of time.
But the government is not listening. Now again, look at what they're doing in Igbo land and to Igbos all around the country, burning up their businesses and blowing all sorts of dog whistles. You know, all these things are just watch and see. To some degree, at some point, Nigerians are going to be like, okay, enough is enough. We can't take it anymore. And then that revolution will finally happen. That's my 2 cents of the conversation.
Thank you, Chike. I love your optimism in that regard. And when people kind of are able to, you know, articulate their thoughts the way you just did, right? Sometimes I just want to feel like, you know, not because, you know, I don't want it to happen. It's because I actually want to see such really take place and happen, right? And then I just have to believe. So I hope your optimism about Nigerians eating the world this time around, and like those who said revolution can never happen, will be disappointed, because this whole trajectory is unsustainable. So I want to believe you, Chike. I have to.
It's unsustainable, Michael. We just can't keep happening at this rate. Look at it. Even the wealthy class in Nigeria. The middle class, now there's no more middle class.
The middle class is almost off now. It's almost gone. Like
it's almost wiped out.
Wiped out.
You know? You know? So, and then those wealthy ones, they're the ones suffering now, because the poor ones already, Nigeria has written them off. Anyway. So wait and see. Michael, that's all I have to add for today.
Thank you. You've done well, okay? And at the same time, you know, we are all looking forward to the new place, and I want to be there and be more sort of motivated, more connected, and more easier way of linking everybody up. We have to take it beyond just talking this time around. We need to do a lot of things physically, and we can't talk about them online. You know that. So again,
I agree with you.
There's so much to be done this year.
Absolutely.
And we will try our best. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, Michael.
My regards to everyone.
Take care.
All right, sir. Cheers,
all right, you too.
So that's a Chike there from Canada. One of you. that are very, very, very strong-willed, strong-willed Templar. I appreciate every one of you, no joke. And that's where I'm going to draw the curtains tonight. We've had it almost detailed. Like, I didn't give you everything I came with tonight, but the little I managed to share, I bet some of you have probably picked one or two things from that, like always, okay? But do me one singular favor, again, if you haven't done that, okay? If you have already done it, don't do it again. Like that broadcast before you go. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you some other time, okay? Until then, take it easy, and you have a wonderful night or wonderful evening. Good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.